McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's gonna win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Going back, Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a three, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores two.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
Welcome to another broadcast of high school sports here on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. We want to say thanks to all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage. We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And good afternoon, everybody, or evening, however you want to look at it. We are live here in Arnold, Nebraska for live coverage of high school volleyball as we bring you an area triangular. Tonight, South Loup on their home court at Arnold will be taking on Mullen and Anselmo-Merna. 3 matches in all. All 3 will be best of 3 sets tonight. Played at 25, win by 2 in the rally scoring format. We've got all 3 matches coming up for you tonight on KBBN Radio. We will start with Mullen against South Loup, and our radio coverage of our opening match is being brought to you by Consolidated Prairie Eye Care Center, Ferreter Auto Parts, Mackey's Grocery, Callaway Market, Sandhills PT, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Dayspring Bank, South Loup Community Pharmacy, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, Sandhills Golf Club, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Highway 2 Depot, Glidden Canoe Rental, Quick Stop in Mullen, and Hampton Well. Our radio coverage of all matches tonight being brought to you in part by Justin Thompson Agency, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Duda Plumbing, Custer Federal State Bank, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, Trotter Service, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Arrow Seed, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Agland ATV, Rods Body and Paint, Shelter Insurance, Broken Bow Dental, and Central Nebraska Diesel. We'll also be bringing you a live video stream of today's matches accompanied by our radio call, and we'll come back and tell you more about that after this.
Companies is a proud sponsor of our volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Ferreter Auto Parts in Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow, Fairder Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
For Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, giving their customers the best food values is job one. They offer weekly specials in every department, including the freshest fruits and vegetables on the market. Their meat department features certified Angus beef. Add to all that selection friendly customer service, and you'll see why their customers keep coming back again and again. Another proud sponsor of high school sports broadcasts, Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, your St. Hills Food Center.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Need top-notch physical therapy? St. Hills Physical Therapy is there for you. With physical therapist Nikki Gracie and assistant Meg Seeley on board, your care has never been better. Open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 3:30, Tuesday 1 to 5, and Friday 8 until 2, or by appointment. It's easy to fit PT into your week. St. Hills PT is proud to support the Mullen Broncos and bring this broadcast to you. Visit sthillspt.com or call today to schedule an appointment. That's St. Hills Physical Therapy. Your health, your team.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
Your friends and neighbors at Dayspring Bank, formerly First State Bank of Mullen, are proud to support the Mullen Broncos on the road for those of you who can't be at the game. Whether your family is growing, you're starting a business, or you've been farming or ranching for generations, Dayspring's bankers get to know you personally and create custom solutions to help you reach your goals. Dayspring Bank, for whatever the day brings. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Arnold, Nebraska's side of the South Loop Triangular with South Loop, Mullen, and Anselmo-Merna. Well, not only are we live on the radio tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM, as well as KBBN.com and the free KBBN Thunderbird app, we're also live with our video stream, so you can watch tonight's action, accompanied by our radio call. You can access the links through sandhillsexpress.com on the Sand Hills Express Facebook page and Sand Hills Express YouTube channel. Our live video stream sponsors for today's broadcast are Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, the Anselmo-Merna Boosters, Govier Brothers Mortuary with Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, and Arnold Insurance Agency, all making our live video stream along with our radio call possible for you to watch the matches tonight through sandhillsexpress.com. Getting ready for match number one, it'll be South Loop and Mullen coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
The Sandhills Golf Club is a proud supporter of this radio broadcast, and they salute every second of hard work that these players put in preparing into each event. Sandhills Golf Club is a home to one-of-a-kind golfing experience in North America, featuring the beautiful sandhills, quiet atmosphere, and a challenging yet enjoyable course. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Sandhills Golf Club, proud supporters of Central Nebraska High School sports action.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as Soup Cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
The Highway 2 Depot in Mullen is the place to stop, with options like burgers, wings, soft serve ice cream, and Munchies prepared country style. There's a treat for everyone at the Highway 2 Depot. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, 11 to 2. Stop in to eat or grab carryout to go. Cheering on the Mullen Broncos and proud to help sponsor this sports broadcast. Visit the Highway 2 Depot in Mullen. It really is the place to stop.
Anytime is a great time to canoe, kayak, and tank along the most scenic, untouched rivers in Nebraska. No, really. Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen offers both locals and tourists a premier Nebraska experience year-round. They furnish you with everything you need, from the vessel and paddles to life jackets. If you want to spend a few days in the Sandhills, ask about the campground and its amenities. Find them on Facebook or head to gliddencanoerental.com. Visit Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Quick Stop. With 27 locations open 24/7, you know when you see a Quick Stop, you can refuel your vehicle and yourself anytime. They serve fresh-made, crispy, crunchy chicken and Piccadilly pizza. If it's a cool treat you're after, try for real shakes and smoothies or gourmet Frazzle slushes. Going to visit Quick Stop regularly? Pick up a rewards card and start saving today. Quick Stop, 27 locations to serve you, including right on the highway in Mullen. Happy to bring you this sports radio action.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Travis and Jessica with Hampton Well Drilling. When they're not cheering on the Mullen Broncos, you'll find them helping their customers get the water flowing. Whether that's a house well, a solar well, pipeline, or workout among your cattle, Hampton Well Drilling is ready to get to work for you. Give them a ring at 308-546-7278. Hampton Well Drilling, happy to bring this broadcast featuring the Mullen Broncos to the airwaves.
And we bring you back to Arnold High School, the site of tonight's Triangular, hosted by South Loup. Joining the Lady Bobcats tonight will be Mullen. It'll be South Loup and Mullen coming up in match number 1. And then Anselmo-Merna will join us later. They will take on Mullen in match number 2. And then the finale of the night will have the host team, South Loup, taking on Anselmo-Merna. We'll have all three coming up for you here on KBBN 95.3 FM. And again, we're live with our video stream as well, which you can access through SandhillsExpress.com. Well, for South Loup, these are their first matches of the season. For South Loup, this is the season opener for them, as they will open with Mullen, and then, as we mentioned, will close the night with Anselmo-Merna. Meanwhile, Mullen has one match under their belt. They opened the season this past Friday, taking on Sandhills Valley. Mullen got the win in a sweep. The scores went 25-15, 25-18, and 25-8. Leading the way for Mullen in the attack department in their season opening win was Jenna Donahoe with 10 kills. Haley Donahoe had 9 kills, and Ella Rice had 8, so a very balanced attack for Mullen in the season opener, as they were able to defeat Sandhills Valley, and they come into tonight's action in the early part of the season at 1-0. And, of course, we'll see Anselmo-Merna later tonight. Lady Coyotes off to a 1-3 start. We'll tell you more about them coming up for you a little bit later on in tonight's broadcast. We're going to step away for a timeout. When we come back, we'll set up your starting lineups at South Loup and Mullen coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Expert care and personalized rehab services for athletes of all ages and skill levels. Whether recovering from injury or working to improve performances, their experienced team is dedicated to helping you stay competitive and reach your goals. Call 872-5111 for team physical therapy. Proud to help bring this sports broadcast to you.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is gearing you up for any sport this season. Right now, when you buy one summer apparel item at regular price, you'll receive a second apparel item absolutely free. Stock up for the whole family with shorts, tees, and summer styles that keep you looking and feeling great. Hurry in today and take advantage of this amazing offer. Excludes Husker apparel. Find them on the west side of the square in Broken Bow, Geared for Sports, where your game begins.
If your yard smells like a science experiment gone wrong, it's time to call Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing. Scott and Colton specialize in septic tank pumping and installation. No job is too big, too small, or, too smelly. Duda Plumbing serves Broken Bow and surrounding communities with quick, reliable service that keeps things flowing where they should be flowing. So before your backyard turns into a biohazard zone, call the pros. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
And we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, getting ready for the opening serve between South Loup and Mullen, our opening match of the night. Well, big shout out to First State Insurance in Arnold for supporting the South Loup Bobcats by sponsoring this broadcast. Whether you need home, auto, or business coverage, First State has you covered. Stop by their office in Arnold and let Becky or Taylor take care of you, just like they take care of the Bobcats. And here are your starting lineups now for match number one as South Loup gets ready to take on Mullen. We'll start with the visiting team, the Mullen Lady Broncos, 1-0 on the season. Callie Licking is a 5'4 junior. She's the setter. She had 24 assists in that season-opening win against Sand Hills Valley. Jenna Donahoe is a 5'7 sophomore. Ella Rice, 5'5 junior. Bryn McCauley, a 5'6 sophomore. Chloe Newman, 5'11 sophomore. And Haley Donahoe is a 5'7 senior. The libero is Emerson Thorberg, a 5'6 sophomore. Head coach is Nicole Orida. Those are the starters for the Lady Broncos of Mullen. Now for the Lady Bobcats of South Loup. Again, this is their season opener, and their starters go like this. Charlie Pandorf, a 5'6 junior. Ray Hagler, a 5'6 sophomore. Asa Starr, a 5'8 junior. Nashe Heidel is a 5'6 senior. Emma Stahlbaumer, 6' sophomore. Aubrey Burkle is a 5'9 senior. The head coach for South Loup in her second season as head coach is Michelle Preston. Mullen and South Loup, the opening match of three, coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
At Custer Federal State Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to offer agricultural loans tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to expand your operations, purchase new equipment, or manage daily expenses, our experienced team is here to help. With competitive rates, personalized service, we're your partners in growth. Visit Custer Federal State Bank today, where your future grows. Custer Federal State Bank, rooted in Nebraska, growing with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gateway Motors in Broken Bow is proud to back our student athletes and Husker fans across Nebraska. As your hometown Chevrolet and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer, they offer both new and certified pre-owned vehicles, service parts, and financing. Whether you're shopping for rugged capability or family comfort, Gateway Motors puts hometown support in the driver's seat. Stop by Gateway Motors on Highway 2 in Broken Bow or head to gatewaymotorsbrokenbow.com.
When we unlock the doors and turn on the lights at the grocery cart, we're excited to serve you with a smile and helpfulness that can't be matched. Our staff is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast. It's our mission to offer you great prices in a store that is clean, organized, and convenient. Connect with us online at gkbrokenbow.com or come by and shop 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. East Highway to Broken Bow.
Trotter Service on Highway 2 in Broken Bow is your trusted local source for all your auto repair and maintenance needs. From oil changes and tire sales to complete vehicle repairs, their skilled team offers honest, reliable service to keep your car running smoothly and safely. Whether it's routine maintenance or an unexpected repair, Trotter Service is dedicated to getting you back on the road quickly and with confidence. Trotter Service, your hometown automotive repair and tire store.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
If you are thinking about planting a new lawn or renovating an existing one, start with quality turf seed from Arrow Seed. Arrow Seed grass seed has high germination, is weed-free, and comes with the expert advice that you don't get at those big box stores. Arrow Seed has several different turf varieties and a knowledgeable staff to assist you in choosing the one that will work best for you. To learn more, call or stop in to Arrow Seed in Broken Bow or visit arrowseed.com for the dealer nearest you.
Nebraska State Bank is where hometown pride meets hometown banking. They're proud to offer a full range of personal and business banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home and agriculture loans, and convenient online mobile banking. Nebraska State Bank will help you score whether you're buying your first home, growing a business, or planning for the future. With branches in Broken Bow, Merna, and Callaway, they are your trusted teammate. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you by Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow proudly cheers on our area student athletes. As a critical access hospital delivering compassionate, comprehensive care right here at home, they are your trusted health partner. From 24-hour emergency services to specialty clinics in cardiology, orthopedics, radiology, and more, they're large enough to serve, small enough to care. Call them anytime at 308-872-4100 to learn more or find care that supports you in every season of life. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
Sargent Irrigation may work across the globe, but their heart is firmly planted in central Nebraska. They know it's the people here, hardworking, dedicated, and full of community pride, that make their success possible. That's why they proudly support both high school and Husker sports broadcasts. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in at home, they're helping bring the excitement right to you. Enjoy the game, brought to you in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
Health insurance and Medicare annual open enrollment is right around the corner. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Lori and I are busy going over all the changes coming this fall to better serve you, so stay tuned for updates on your current coverage options, as well as important changes that may affect you and your plan for 2026. Give us a call at 836-2201 or stop in at our offices in Broken Bow or Callaway to schedule your appointment soon.
Now we come back to Arnold High School, getting ready for the opening match of 3 here at the South Loop Triangular. South Loop against Mullen first. That'll be followed by Mullen against Anselmo-Merna, and then the finale will be the host team South Loop taking on Anselmo-Merna. And we welcome to the broadcast area the guy who will help us call the action tonight. Larry Cotner is here. Hello, my friend.
Hey, on the way over, I was just telling you, it just seemed like
It was yesterday that we were driving up to Mullen for the same triangular to start the season a year ago, and it has gone by fast, and we're ready for another good year of volleyball. And it's going to be an interesting one. Mullen, they've got one match under their belt, but then they had the long weekend off. South Loup, they get things started here tonight.
It is our opening match of the evening as the Lady Bobcats of South Loup take on the Lady Broncos of Mullen. And throughout the match, you will hear South Loup ace serves being brought to you by Pinnacle Bank in Arnold. Because they love the Bobcats, they are proud to help bring this broadcast to you and hope you stop to see them soon in Arnold.
Ray Hagler's going to attempt to do that right away here, as she'll be the opening server.
So again, it's good to have you along. We're live on KBBN 95.3 FM. We're live with our video stream as well, so you can watch the action accompanied by the radio call tonight. You can access the live video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. Go to the links to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Well, they check out the lineups, and they roll the ball. Back to Ray Hagler, who will get us started here tonight. South Loup and Mullen, opening match of 3, and we're underway right now. Serve on its way, handled by the libero Thorbird. Pass to the front, middle attack coming, and able to take it off hands for the kill is Bryn McCulley, the 5'6" sophomore.
Bryn, when you look at this Mullen team, a lot of familiar names from last year. They lost almost nobody, and that's a very strong team, top 10 rated early in the year.
Callie Licking, the center for Mullen, opens with the serve for the Broncos. Middle attack by Heidel. Dug out nicely in the back row by Licking. Attack coming from the near side pin. Kept alive for the moment by South Loup, but able to put it down is Ella Rice, the 5'5" junior. And Mullen takes the first 2 points of set number 1.
And that's one thing about Mullen as we talk about all that experience coming back. They've got hitters that will come at you from all directions.
Licking with the serve, and that is an ace for the Mullen Lady Broncos as they now lead it 3-0. Again, the triangular format, all of these matches will be best 2 out of 3 sets tonight. Play to 25 in the rally scoring format, win by 2, of course. South Loup on the receive. They'll bump it over toward Heidel, who sends it across the net, handled by Licking. Pass to the back, now the set to the front. Rice will roll shot it across, handled nicely by South Loup. On the front row with the attack is Starr, and Asa Starr able to put it to the floor as South Loup is on the board.
And that's a confidence builder right there for the Lady Bobcats to try to get something going here early on.
Now Starr to the service line. Just underway, opening set. Mullen leading 3-1. Starr will put it in play, picked up by Mullen. They'll bump it up to the near side for the attack, punched up in the back row by Stahlbomber. South Loup scrambles and sends it across on 3. Now Mullen out of system, sends it back on 3. An opportunity for the Bobcats. Joust at the net, and then on the overpass, jumping up to slam it down is Bryn McCulley.
Well, and sure, her eyes got wide. She saw she had that opportunity and did a good job of angling off to the left to get that down into the zone.
To the service line, Ella Rice, the 5'5" junior. Serve on its way. Pass to the front, bumped up by South Loup. They'll scramble and send it back on the third. Free ball Mullen, set up, middle attack, and able to put it down again is Bryn McCulley, the 5'6" sophomore.
Well, and this time she decided to go to the right, but with the little tip, and a very, very good vision on that front line by Bryn McCulley.
5-1 Mullen here in the opening set. At the service line, Ella Rice. Rice will put it in play. South Loup out of system. They will scramble, and they will get it back on the third, and it will find the floor. Stahlbomber just simply set it over the net to get it back on 3. Mullen, just some miscommunication. They see the ball fall to the floor, and South Loup picks up the point.
McCulley thought Rice was taking it. Rice thought McCulley was going to take it, and that just instant hesitation will cost you in this game.
Heidel, big jump serve, dug out nicely by Mullen in the back row. The attack coming, but first a whistle, and Mullen is in the net.
Well, that was a nice serve. She sent that over with a lot of velocity.
Mullen 5, South Loup 3. We're in the opening set as Heidel gets ready again from the service line. Jump serve on its way. Another beauty kept alive on the front row by Mullen. Sending it over is McCulley. South Loup able to get a hand on it, but not able to return as McCulley gets another kill, and Mullen will go up 6-3 here in the first. Heidel will come out. Edison Stump will come in to replace her in the back row. As to the service line will be Bryn McCulley of Mullen. Serve on its way, good pass to the front. Trying to tip it over on the second was Ray Hagler, but unfortunately it goes into the net. Mullen gets the point. Broncos lead 7-3.
And sometimes that's one of the tougher hits to make, trying to just coast it on over, and you got to catch it at the peak.
McCulley's serve goes into the net on the service error. Point and serve to South Loup. Mullen 7, South Loup 4 here in the opening set. The libero for Mullen in to play the back row. That's Emerson Thorberg, the 5'6 sophomore. Serve coming from Aubrey Burkle. Handled by Licking. They'll set the front, and hitting it into the net is Jenna Donahoe, the 5'7 sophomore. So give the point to South Loup, and now the Bobcats are to within 2.
Donahoe in this triangular last year really introduced herself to everybody. She had an amazing triangular a year ago.
Burkle with the serve. Here's Donahoe again. Blocked back, down and good. At the net with the rejection was Ray Hagler. Stahlbomber was up there as well. And now South Loup has an opportunity to tie things up here in the opening set. Burkle at the service line. Serve on its way. Pass to the front. They'll set it for Donahoe to tip over the block. First a whistle. And we've got South Loup in the net.
Well, South Loup, a year ago struggled a little bit, but they've got a lot of these players back. You can see the improvement, and they are looking very competitive here early on.
Chloe Newman serving now for Mullen. South Loup out of system. They scramble, and they will get it sent back on the third. Now Mullen trying to set something up. Here's the swing, but it goes into the net. With the swing was Haley Donahoe, but it's into the net. Point South Loup. Mullen leads 8-7 here in the opening set. To the service line for South Loup will be Charlie Pandorf. Pandorf ready. Picked up in the back row by Mullen. Thorberg will set it ahead. Rolling it over is Jenna Donahoe, but it's going to go wide and out. Point South Loup, and we are tied now at 8 here in the opening set.
Good job by Charlie Pandorf, who's doing the serving of watching that one, making sure it was going to go on out.
Pandorf, good serve. Picked up nicely in the back row by Ella Rice. Now the attack from Jenna Donahoe, able to find the floor. And Mullen goes in front 9-8.
Nice directional shot that time for Donahoe. And the thing about that, it was set up high to where she could direct that.
Now Haley Donahoe with the serve. South Loup out of system. It's going to fall to the floor. It'll end up being an ace for the Mullen Lady Broncos, who have run off 2 in a row. And they now lead by 2 here in the opening set. Haley Donahoe with the serve. Pass to the front. They'll set the outside. The attack coming, and it's going to go long and out. With the swing was Nelcha Reif, who is into the matchup now. No, 20. It was 20, wasn't it, with the attack? Aces Star, excuse me. With the attack, goes a little bit long. 11-8, Mullen with the lead. Now the serve from Haley Donahoe. Trying to tip it at the net was Ray Hagler, but there with the rejection is Mullen. And the Broncos now have run off 4 in a row, and they lead by 4 here in the first.
Jenna Donahoe could not have timed that any better.
Haley Donahoe, the serve into the net. And we'll see if South Loup can take advantage of the service error. Nashe Heidel will come back into the match. Coming out, Addison Stump, and to the service line will be Emma Stahlbomber. Emma sends it on its way, but it's long and out, so the two teams exchange service errors. Point and serve to Mullen. We play in the opening set, Mullen leading at 13-9. Best 2 out of 3 sets here in this triangular format as Jenna Donahoe puts the serve in play, and that'll be an ace. South Loup not able to return, and now Mullen goes up by 5.
Both these teams still pretty young, Brent. I'll get to that point a little bit later as we got a timeout.
Yeah, timeout on the court. We'll be back to Arnold after these words.
Have strength in the classroom and in competition. Taylor Heating and Cooling is strong in both repairs and installation. For residential or commercial projects or new construction, call Taylor Heating and Cooling at 308-872-6196. They offer financing and are proud to offer high-quality service to go hand-in-hand with the reliable products they install, whether parts or new units. Serving Broken Bow and beyond in central Nebraska. Taylor Heating and Cooling.
Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810. Klang Financial, downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Jenna Donahoe will be at the service line for Mullen. Mullen leading 14-9 here in the opening set. Serve in play, and that'll be an ace. South Loup not able to return, and now Mullen has opened up what I believe is their largest lead of the set at 15-9.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brent. I think they had a 5-point lead earlier on.
Donahoe, the serve, picked up by Stahlbomber. Good pass to the front. They'll set the middle for Starr. Block back. Kept alive in the front row by South Loup. Heidel will send it across. Chance for the Broncos as they set the near side pin. Trying to bring it down the line, but hitting it just wide was Ella Rice. So the point will go to South Loup. And back to the service line will be Ray Hagler. Hagler sends it to the back row, picked up by the libero Thorberg. The setup for Rice. Big swing, but it is out. It just missed the back line. Mullen wanted a touch, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Point will go to South Loup.
And I don't think I saw a touch, and it looked like it did just go beyond that end line.
Hagler with the serve. Thorberg on the pickup. Pass to the front, set middle. The attack by McCulley is good, and Bryn McCulley is having an opening set, leading the way in the attack department here in set number 1 for the Lady Broncos.
Going back to that point I was making, this is two young teams. 9 of the 12 starters in this match are underclassmen.
Callie Licking the serve, set up for South Loup. Burkle tips it over with the left hand, handled by Licking. Now they set up Rice. Rice rolls it over, dug out nicely by Hagler. Set up far side for Starr. Block back, kept alive though. Heidel will set up Starr again, off hands, picked up nicely by the Broncos. They will scramble and get it sent back on the third. They set middle for Heidel. Big swing, blocked back, kept alive, returned by Heidel. Mullen with it on their side. The attack coming, and this time it's down and good off the right hand of Ella Rice.
Best volley of the night, going back and forth, but Ella Rice doesn't look all that tall, but she can put some smoke behind it.
17-11, Mullen leading here in the first set. Serve from Licking on its way. Picked up by Starr. Good pass to the front. Set up outside for Burkle. Block back, down and good. It was McCulley at the net. May have gotten some help from Chloe Newman. The block for Mullen, and now the Broncos lead by 7.
And each time they're up there, they've got both hands up and fully extended.
Licking ready with the serve. Pass to the front, set up Heidel, middle attack, off hands, kept alive by Mullen. They will get it sent back on the third. Sending it across on 2 is South Loup, and it's going to be a point for the Bobcats. Lift is the call against Mullen. Point goes to South Loup.
Yeah, a lot of times in those little reaction shots, you'll see the officials go with a lift.
Mullen 18, South Loup 12. We play in the opening set. This our opening match of the night here at the South Loup Triangular. Starr with the serve, sends it on its way. Mullen, a little bit out of system, and they end up hitting it into the net. Taking the swing was Chloe Newman. So the point goes to South Loup, and now the Bobcats are back to within 5. Starr at the service line. Puts it in play, picked up by the libero Thorberg. Back set, far side pin. With the swing and the kill is Ella Rice.
That's always one of those tough things. Ray Hagler was right there kind of ready to dig that one, but when it's touched on the front line, it throws off that trajectory.
Ella Rice now at the service line for Mullen. Serve on its way. They set it up for Heidel, hitting off the right side pin. They're going to say that the attack went into the net, so the point will go to Mullen. And now the Broncos starting to kind of close in toward the opening set. They lead 20-13 here in the first. Rice ready from the service line. Puts it in play. Pass to the front. Hagler will set it up for Burkle, who tries to redirect it with the left hand, but hits it wide and out. And the point goes to Mullen.
Yeah, she made a good adjustment, did Burkle on the run, but just a little long.
Mullen 21, South Loup 13 here in the opening set. Ella Rice with the serve just clears the net, and that will be an ace. Beautiful serve from Rice. And another timeout, South Loup. We're in the opening set. Your score, Mullen 22, South Loup 13.
Heart and integrity. At Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time, they're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes on the field.
This sports broadcast is being brought to you in part by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow, 872-2258. Out of the timeout, Ella Rice continues at the service line for Mullen. Mullen leading 22-13 here in the opening set. Rice ready with the serve. Picked up by Stahlbomber. They'll bump it up over far side for the attack from Pandorf, and there's a touch in the back row. Give the kill to Charlie Pandorf.
Yeah, she almost got that in anyway, but there was a nice little teeny touch right up there at the front line.
Now Nashe Heidel, the senior, will step back to the service line. Mullen 22, South Loup 14 here in the opening set. Heidel ready, big jump serve again, but this time it fails to clear the net, and the point goes to Mullen. That'll send Bryn McCulley back to the service line for Mullen. McCulley, the 5'6" sophomore, with Mullen just 2 points away from taking the opening set. That is an ace, another ace for Mullen. And now Mullen will serve for set point at 24-14 here in the first.
That was a tough spot for Asa Starr. That was either going to be just in or she was going to have to play it.
McCulley with the serve, dug out, kept alive, but the pass up into the net. South Loup not able to return. And Mullen will take set number one by the score of 25-14. You're listening to live coverage of high school volleyball on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
The hard work doesn't stop, and neither does Agland ATV. Supplying top quality ATVs, UTVs, parts, and accessories, Agland ATV in Broken Bow supports local athletes and families who know the value of dedication, both in and out of competition. Whether it's trail riding or farm work, Polaris machines help you power through every challenge with strength and endurance. Best of luck to all the athletes from Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
When your vehicle needs dependable repair, turn to Rod's Body and Paint on the Curve west of Broken Bow. They specialize in collision repair, color matching, auto glass replacement, and dent repair. Backed by certified technicians, free estimates, and fair prices that get you back on the road. With over a half-century of experience serving the community, they have earned a reputation for quality and trust. Call 308-872-5346 for details or to schedule your estimate at Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Find the award-winning service you need with Brent Custer in Broken Bow.
Broken Bow Dental is proud to cheer on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach. Because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
And we come back to Arnold High School, the site of the South Loup Triangular, as South Loup hosts Mullen and Anselmo-Merna. This is match number 1 of 3. Mullen against South Loup. Mullen winning set number 1 just a moment ago. 25-14 was the score, so we get ready for set number 2. Again, Anselmo-Merna will join us coming up. They'll play in the second match against Mullen and then play in the finale against the host team, South Loup. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you from here in Arnold, live on KBBN 95.3 FM. Don't forget, we have our live video stream going as well. You can access it through sandhillsexpress.com. Callie Licking will be at the service line for Mullen as we start set number 2. Hagler sets the outside for Heidel. Big swing, but it sails a little bit long and out. And the opening point of set number 2 goes to Mullen. Callie Licking, 5'4" junior, ready at the service line. Licking sends it across, puts it in play, returned on one hit. Thorberg passes to Licking, set up middle from McCulley, blocked back by Heidel, sent back by Mullen. Now they'll set up Heidel again. The swing this time is kept alive in the back row. Over the net and going up to take advantage of the overpass is Ray Hagler of South Loup.
Yeah, she had a golden opportunity there, and she did not let it go by the wayside. She had an easy one into the donut hole.
1-1 here in the second. Served by Hagler. Pass to Licking, who sets it backside for the attack. And let's see what the call is. They're going to give the block to Heidel, I believe, as Heidel is able to block the attack off the right hand of Ella Rice, and South Loup leads 2-1. Hagler ready with the serve. Puts it in play. Good pass. Licking will bump set it to the near side. The swing by Newman goes into the net, and South Loup has the lead here in set number 2.
Yeah, that was just simply a miss hit, and right now South Loop's got some momentum with the lead here early on.
Hagler serving, puts it in play. Rice on the receive. Licking will set it for Donahoe, hitting out of the back row. It's into the net, and South Loup coming back strong here in the second set, leading 4-1. Boy, you can really see the growth of this South Loup team from last year to this year. It's really great to see. Licking will bump it up in the air. Donahoe sets it over the net. Free ball, South Loup. Hagler goes to Heidel in the middle. The swing, and it will be a kill as South Loup leads 5-1 here in the second.
And that right there is a golden example of the improvement that they've had.
Timeout on the court. We're in set number 2. South Loup leads in set 2, 5-1.
And Ranke would like to take this moment to extend their thanks and appreciation to our brave men and women who serve our country through our armed forces. This gratitude also extends to our armed forces veterans for your sacrifice. The freedoms we enjoy today and the bright future we see tomorrow are due to your selfless service, and for this we offer our humble and sincere thanks. For all your mechanized irrigation needs, count on the professionals at Central Nebraska Diesel, who sell, install, and service a full line of reliable Ranke systems. Stop in today to see how Central Nebraska Diesel and Ranke can help get the most out of your irrigation water.
And we come back to Arnold out of the timeout. Hagler with the serve. Serve on its way. Mullen will scramble, and they will not get it returned. There's an ace. The South Loup ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, as South Loup out strong here in set number 2, leading 6-1.
Yeah, and that looked to me like it was more of a set to a spot, and they were hustling to try to get there was Ella Rice.
Hagler will see her service run come to an end as that one goes into the net. Point to Mullen. And now the Broncos will look to make up ground as Ella Rice, the junior, will go to the service line. Mullen won the opening set, but they trail here in set number 2, 6-2. Hagler will set up middle for Heidel. The swing off hands of McCulley. Mullen will set McCulley now in the middle. The attack punched up in the air by Stahlbomber. South Loup hustles at the net. They're able to bump it over the net, and now Mullen plays it. Newman sets it near side for the attack. Haley Donahoe off hands. It'll get to the floor, and the point goes to Mullen.
And a good job of doing the crisscross hit, going from left to right, trying to get down into that corner. When you do the crisscross, you got so much more court to work with.
Mullen serving up a set, but trailing by 3 in the second, and that one goes into the net off the right hand of Ella Rice. So on the service error, point and serve goes to South Loup.
Service errors have been a little costly to both teams in this match. Mullen's had their fair share of it, and South Loup earlier killed some of their momentum with one.
Asa Starr, the junior, to the service line. And that will be played right on the sideline by McCulley. It gets hung up in the rafters, and Mullen will not be able to return. The South Loup ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. South Loop 8, Mullen 3. We play in set number 2. Starr ready from the middle of the line, sends it across. Licking will set it up for Haley Donahoe, sets it over and finds the open spot as a point goes to Mullen.
Boy, and she did. She set that right down the line. She saw where she wanted to put it and did the two-hand push.
Now the libero for Mullen, Emerson Thorberg at the service line. Jump serve on its way, played by Stahlbomber. Hagler will bump it up in the air with the swing as Pandorf. Played by Licking. Thorberg will set it up for Haley Donahoe, tips it over, played nicely by Hagler. They set the outside for Pandorf again. Off hands, kept alive by Mullen, and they will be called for 4 hits. Mullen leading by a set, but South Loop leading in the second set, now by a score of 9-4. Nashe Heidel at the service line. Heidel ready, big jump serve, handled nicely by Rice. Good pass, they set up near side. Jenna Donahoe, big swing, maybe her best swing of the match so far, and Mullen gets the point.
Yeah, that might have been her best swing, at least from the outside. We've seen her work pretty good on the middle as well.
So to the service line will be Chloe Newman for the Broncos. Newman ready, just clears the net, dug out nicely by Pandorf. They bump it up in the air. Pandorf sends it over, free ball Mullen, set up middle, Donahoe again. Jenna Donahoe with back-to-back kills, and Mullen is to within 3.
And when Mullen does get their offense rolling, they are very tough to deal with.
Chloe Newman ready at the service line again. Newman with the serve. Pass to Hagler. Tips it over on the second. Dug out by Thorberg. With the attack is Haley Donahoe. Through the block of Burkle and Stahlbomber. They set outside for Pandorf now. It sails long and out, and the point will go to Mullen.
And don't look now, but here comes Mullen. They're cutting that 6-point deficit down to 3. 2.
Yep, right. Within 2 now is Mullen as Chloe Newman gets ready with the serve. Picked up by Starr. Burkle bumps it up in the air, getting a swing of Stahlbomber. That's long and out. And now Mullen is to within a point.
And if you're South Loop right now, you just got to settle down a little. They're getting a little excited. They're hitting a couple. Their last 2 have gone long.
Newman with the opportunity to tie it up here in the set. Out of system South Loop, and that'll get down for an ace. And Mullen, after falling behind in the second set, has come back to tie it at 9-all in the second. Timeout on the court. You're listening to High School Volleyball on KBBN.
Volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Back to Arnold. We are in set number 2 in this best 2 out of 3 set match. Mullen won the opening set 25-14. They fell behind early in set number 2, but they've come back to tie it at 9-all as we come back to action following the timeout. Chloe Newman will be at the service line for the Broncos. Newman puts it into the net. Point, South Loop.
Good timeout for South Loop to try to break up that momentum that Mullen had going.
To the service line for South Loop now, Aubrey Burkle. Burkle will send it on its way, picked up by Rice. Licking will set it for Jenna Donahoe. Off hands, kept alive by South Loop. Joust at the net, tipped over by Stahlbomber. A whistle, and Mullen is called for being in the net. So South Loop with a good response coming out of the timeout. They've scored 2 in a row, and they lead by 2 here in set number 2. Burkle with the serve. Picked up by Rice. Licking sets Jenna Donahoe. Tips it over the block. Kept alive by Burkle on the overpass. Donahoe trying to put it down. South Loop saves it. Now the swing by Stahlbomber. Kept alive by Mullen. With the attack, Haley Donahoe, who finds the opening in the near corner. And Mullen is to within 1.
Did a good job of slapping that one into the corner just beyond the defense.
Now Haley Donahoe, who just got the kill, will step back to the service line with an opportunity to bring Mullen even again here in set number 2. Haley sends it across. South Loop out of system. They bump it in the air, and it's sent back by Stahlbomber on the third. Licking will set it up for Donahoe on the slide. Blocked back, but out. As Donahoe hits it off the hands of the South Loop block, and now we're tied at 11.
That was a good play all the way around. It was a good set. Hard hit. Good block, but just barely going out of bounds.
Haley Donahoe to serve. It'll sail long and out. Service error. South Loop leads 12-11 here in set 2. Substitution for Mullen coming out, Haley Donahoe. Casely Phipps, a freshman, will come in to play the back row. Charlie Pandorf with the serve. Licking will set it up for Ella Rice, trying to go cross court, but hits it out. Mullen wanted a touch, and they're gonna call it in. I thought it looked like it sailed just a little bit long, but the chair official called it in, so it's a point for Mullen, and now we're tied at 12 all here in the second. Served by Jenna Donahoe into the net. Point South Loop. Well, thinking back to both these teams from a year ago, Larry, I see improvement on both sides.
I do
this
too.
Is great to watch.
Yeah, and like I said, they're both young teams. You know, their future is bright throughout this year to continue to improve.
Stahlbomber with the serve goes into the net, so the teams exchange service errors, and now we're tied again here in set number 2 as Chloe Newman comes back in for Mullen. At the service line for the Broncos will be the junior Callie Licking. Licking floats one in play, pass to Hagler, sends it over on the second, now a whistle, and we got South Loop in the net.
And that's a tough break for South Loop because they had the play they wanted going.
Well, Hagler, when she made the attack, her momentum carried her across the center line, and that was the violation. Hagler will set it middle for Starr. Starr bumps it over the net, but it's wide and out. And the point goes to Mullen. So Mullen, who trailed early in the set, has come all the way back, and now they lead by 2 here in the second set. Callie Licking with the serve. Puts it in play, digging it out. Pandorf. Heidel will send it across. Free ball Mullen. Newman sets it over, kept alive by Stahlbomber. Now it's Heidel sending it back on the third. Another free ball for Mullen. Set up middle. The attack from McCauley into the net. And the point goes to South Loop.
I just like the volleyball action out there, that both teams are into a pretty good flow here, Brent.
Chance for South Loop to tie it again. This time serving is Hagler. Licking sets it up. The swing and the kill for Chloe Newman, who goes cross court, and Mullen leads by 1.
And that really exasperates the point I was making earlier about going crisscross. You got more court to work with. I think South Loop thought it would be out, but it still had another 1.5 feet over in that corner.
Mullen leads by 2 now after the kill, and Ella Rice will serve it for the Broncos. Hagler will set it up. Starr will come in and bump it over the net. Free ball Mullen. Licking sets the outside for Haley Donahoe, played by Stahlbomber. Now Heidel with a big swing in the middle, but hits it long and out, and the point will go to Mullen.
And Ella Rice did a great job of just kind of ducking out of the way of that one.
So now Mullen leads by 3. We play in the second set. Mullen leads 1-0. Serve on the way from Ella Rice. Picked up by Pandorf. Hagler will bump set it for Burkle. Blocked back. Was it in or out?
It was out. It was a good block, but the angle was left to right, and so was the block. And so it went back beyond the attacker.
Give the kill to Burkle. South Loop to within 2. Starr with the serve. Pass to the front. Back set for McCauley. Into the block. Sent back. Joust at the net. Sent over by Licking. Hagler sets the outside. Pandorf the swing. It's long and out. Point goes to Mullen. The Mullen libero, Emerson Thorberg, will come back in. She'll go to the service line. Mullen leading by a set and now leading in the second, 18-15. Thorberg with the serve. Picked up by Stahlbomber. Set up middle for Burkle. The swing played by Thorberg, but nobody able to receive the pass. And the point goes to South Loop.
And they set that up very well into the middle. We haven't seen a lot of middle attack here this evening from South Loup, but that was very successful right there.
Heidel with the jump serve, puts it in play. Shank pass, and it's going to be an ace. Mullen not able to return it in play. It's a South Loup ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. And now South Loup has an opportunity to tie it here in set number 2. First, we got a whistle. All right, so Heidel delivered the serve, but was not given the okay from the official. Now she's given the okay, and here we go.
That's being in the zone.
Heidel sends it across, and this one will sail long and out. Point will go to Mullen.
And that happens every once in a while.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get so focused in on what you're doing that you kind of forget that there is one other thing that had to happen.
So Mullen gets the point. They lead 19-17 in what has been a very back-and-forth competitive second set. Hagler will set it up for Burkle on the near side, hits it into the net. And Mullen goes in front 20-17.
And right now, this is an important point for South Loup if they're going to try to stay in this one. And same for Mullen if they want to get that momentum and carry it the rest of the way.
Chloe Newman with the serve, sails long and out. Service error Mullen, point to South Loup. Newman will come out. Coming in to replace her is Sydney Cheever to play in the back row. Served by Burkle. Bumped up in the air by Licking. Getting a swing, Jenna Donahoe. Right to the hands of Asa Starr. They'll bump it over far side for Pandorf, who gets a swing, but it goes into the net. Point Mullen, and now the Broncos are closing in on the match. Again, this is best 2 out of 3 with it being a triangular. Mullen leading in the second, 21-18, after winning the opening set. Hagler sets it far side for Pandorf. The swing off hands, played nicely by Rice. Licking will set it up for Rice. The swing through the block and good. Mullen 3 points away from the match.
And she has such good power. She went up high for that one and drove it through the defense.
Haley Donahoe at the service line, and that's out. Service error, Mullen.
Well, I think if you talk to Coach Nicole Orida right now about what they need to improve on after this opening match, and that's their serving. They have had a number of service errors in this match, but still lead.
Charlie Pandorf to the service line. Pandorf sends it across, dug out by Thorberg, returned on the second by Jenna Donahoe. Hagler will set middle for Stahlbomber. The swing and the kill. South Loup to within 2.
She did a great job that time. Did Stahlbomber going off the hands, getting the angle to where it just goes off the block.
Pandorf jump serve, puts it in play. Shank pass picked up by Thorberg. The return by Jenna Donahoe takes it down the line. Mullen 23, South Loup 20 in the second.
And Donahoe came with that quickly before the defense of South Loup could get themselves established in position.
Jenna at the service line now for Mullen, and that is an ace, and that will bring up match point for Mullen. Timeout, South Loup. 24-20 in the second. Match point coming up for Mullen after this.
Bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Coming out of the timeout, Jenna Donahoe with the serve. This is match point. Hagler will bump it over to Stahlbomber, sends it across, chance for Mullen. Licking sets the near side. The swing by Ella Rice, and the kill. Mullen, after trailing early in this second set, is able to come back and win it by a score of 25-20. Good opening match. Mullen ends up winning it in straight sets, 25-14 in the first, 25-20 in the second. We'll come back to Arnold after these words.
Auto Parts in Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow, Fairder Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
For Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, giving their customers the best food values is job one. They offer weekly specials in every department, including the freshest fruits and vegetables on the market. Their meat department features certified Angus beef. Add to all that selection friendly customer service, and you'll see why their customers keep coming back again and again. Another proud sponsor of high school sports broadcasts, Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, your St. Hills Food Center.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to get thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Need top-notch physical therapy? St. Hills Physical Therapy is there for you. With physical therapist Nikki Gracie and assistant Meg Seeley on board, your care has never been better. Open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 3:30, Tuesday 1 to 5, and Friday 8 until 2, or by appointment. It's easy to fit PT into your week. St. Hills PT is proud to support the Mullen Broncos and bring this broadcast to you. Visit sthillspt.com or call today to schedule an appointment. That's St. Hills Physical Therapy. Your health, your team.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
Your friends and neighbors at Dayspring Bank, formerly First State Bank of Mullen, are proud to support the Mullen Broncos on the road for those of you who can't be at the game. Whether your family is growing, you're starting a business, or you've been farming or ranching for generations, Dayspring's bankers get to know you personally and create custom solutions to help you reach your goals. Dayspring Bank, for whatever the day brings. Member FDIC.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, AeroQuip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
And we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, as we are in between matches now. The opening match of the night goes the way of the Mullen Lady Broncos as they defeat South Loup 25-14 in the first and 25-20 in the second to improve to 2-0 on the season. So our second match now will be Mullen against Anselmo-Merna. That'll be coming up next here on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Right now, though, we want to go back and thank the radio sponsors of our opening match between South Loup and Mullen. They included, for that match, Consolidated, Prairie Eye Care Center, Fairder Auto Parts, Mackey's Grocery, Callaway Market, Sandhills PT, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Dayspring Bank, South Loup Community Pharmacy, AgriBest Feeds of Callaway, Sandhills Golf Club, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Highway 2 Depot, also Glidden Canoe Rental, Quick Stop in Mullen, and Hampton Well. We'll transition into our second match between Anselmo-Merna and Mullen And that match is coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Proud supporter of this radio broadcast, and they salute every second of hard work that these players put in preparing into each event. Sandhills Golf Club is a home to one-of-a-kind golfing experience in North America, featuring the beautiful sandhills, quiet atmosphere, and a challenging yet enjoyable course. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Sandhills Golf Club, proud supporters of Central Nebraska High School sports action.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as Soup Cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
The Highway 2 Depot in Mullen is the place to stop, with options like burgers, wings, soft serve ice cream, and munchies prepared country style. There's a treat for everyone at the Highway 2 Depot. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, 11 to 2. Stop in to eat or grab carryout to go. Cheering on the Mullen Broncos and proud to help sponsor this sports broadcast. Visit the Highway 2 Depot in Mullen. It really is the place to stop.
Anytime is a great time to canoe, kayak, and tank along the most scenic, untouched rivers in Nebraska. No, really. Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen offers both locals and tourists a premier Nebraska experience year-round. They furnish you with everything you need, from the vessel and paddles to life jackets. If you want to spend a few days in the Sandhills, ask about the campground and its amenities. Find them on Facebook or head to gliddencanoerental.com. Visit Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Quick Stop. With 27 locations open 24/7, you know when you see a Quick Stop, you can refuel your vehicle and yourself anytime. They serve fresh-made, crispy, crunchy chicken and Piccadilly pizza. If it's a cool treat you're after, try for real shakes and smoothies or gourmet Frazzle slushes. Going to visit Quick Stop regularly? Pick up a rewards card and start saving today. Quick Stop, 27 locations to serve you, including right on the highway in Mullen. Happy to bring you this sports radio action.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Travis and Jessica with Hampton Well Drilling. When they're not cheering on the Mullen Broncos, you'll find them helping their customers get the water flowing. Whether that's a house well, a solar well, pipeline, or workout among your cattle, Hampton Well Drilling is ready to get to work for you. Give them a ring at 308-546-7278. Hampton Well Drilling, happy to bring this broadcast featuring the Mullen Broncos to the airwaves.
And we come back to as we get ready to move into our second match of the night. It's Anselmo-Merna against Mullen coming up next. And radio coverage of our second match is being brought to you by Consolidated, Prairie Eye Care Center, Fairder Auto Parts, Kristen Electric, Trias Ag, Mackey's Grocery, Dayspring Bank, Sandhills Golf Club, Highway 2 Depot, Glidden Canoe Rental, Quick Stop in Mullen, Hampton Well, and Sandhills PT. Our radio coverage of all matches tonight being brought to you in part by Mead Lumber, Justin Thompson Agency, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Duda Plumbing, Custer Federal State Bank, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, Trotter Service, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Arrow Seed, Nebraska State Bank, Malham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Agland ATV, Ron's Body and Paint, Shelter Insurance, Broken Bow Dental, and Central Nebraska Diesel. We're also providing a live video stream of tonight's matches. We'll come back and tell you more about that after these words.
Companies is a proud sponsor of our volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast, Kristen Electric.
Fairder Auto Parts in Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow. Fairder Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
This is for the Anselmo-Merna community members and alumni. By Tri-S Ag, supporting the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes.
Your friends and neighbors at Dayspring Bank, formerly First State Bank of Mullen, are proud to support the Mullen Broncos on the road for those of you who can't be at the game. Whether your family is growing, you're starting a business, or you've been farming or ranching for generations, Dayspring's bankers get to know you personally and create custom solutions to help you reach your goals. Dayspring Bank, for whatever the day brings. Member FDIC.
For Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, giving their customers the best food values is job one. They offer weekly specials in every department, including the freshest fruits and vegetables on the market. Their meat department features certified Angus beef. Add to all that selection friendly customer service, and you'll see why their customers keep coming back again and again. Another proud sponsor of high school sports broadcasts, Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, your Sandhills Food Center.
The Sandhills Golf Club is a proud supporter of this radio broadcast, and they salute every second of hard work that these players put in preparing into each event. Sandhills Golf Club is a home to one-of-a-kind golfing experience in North America, featuring the beautiful Sandhills, quiet atmosphere, and a challenging yet enjoyable course. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Sandhills Golf Club, proud supporters of Central Nebraska High School sports action.
And we come back to Arnold High School, the site of tonight's South Loop Triangular. We're getting ready for match number 2 as Anselmo-Merna joins us now and gets ready to take on Mullen. If you're just tuning in, Mullen victorious in the opening match of the night, winning over South Loop in straight sets, 25-14 in the first, 25-20 the score in the second. Well, not only are we live on KBBN Radio tonight, we're also live with our video stream. You can watch the action accompanied by the radio call by accessing the links through sandhillsexpress.com to the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. As you watch the action tonight, we hope you pay attention to the logos flashing across your screen, recognizing the sponsors of our video stream tonight. And they include Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions. Anselmo-Merna Boosters, Govier Brothers Mortuary with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes. A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, and Arnold Insurance Agency sponsoring our live video stream of tonight's matches. It's Mullen and Anselmo-Merna coming up on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Depot in Mullen is the place to stop, with options like burgers, wings, soft serve ice cream, and munchies prepared country style. There's a treat for everyone at the Highway 2 Depot. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, 11 to 2. Stop in to eat or grab carryout to go. Cheering on the Mullen Broncos and proud to help sponsor this sports broadcast. Visit the Highway 2 Depot in Mullen. It really is the place to stop.
Anytime is a great time to canoe, kayak, and tank along the most scenic, untouched rivers in Nebraska. No, really. Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen offers both locals and tourists a premier Nebraska experience year-round. They furnish you with everything you need, from the vessel and paddles to life jackets. If you want to spend a few days in the Sandhills, ask about the campground and its amenities. Find them on Facebook or head to gliddencanoerental.com. Visit Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Quick Stop. With 27 locations open 24/7, you know when you see a Quick Stop, you can refuel your vehicle and yourself anytime. They serve fresh-made, crispy, crunchy chicken and Piccadilly pizza. If it's a cool treat you're after, try for real shakes and smoothies or gourmet Frazzle slushes. Going to visit Quick Stop regularly? Pick up a rewards card and start saving today. Quick Stop, 27 locations to serve you, including right on the highway in Mullen. Happy to bring you this sports radio action.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Travis and Jessica with Hampton Well Drilling. When they're not cheering on the Mullen Broncos, you'll find them helping their customers get the water flowing. Whether that's a house well, a solar well, pipeline, or workout among your cattle, Hampton Well Drilling is ready to get to work for you. Give them a ring at 308-546-7278. Hampton Well Drilling, happy to bring this broadcast featuring the Mullen Broncos to the airwaves.
Need top-notch physical therapy? St. Hills Physical Therapy is there for you. With physical therapist Nikki Gracie and assistant Meg Seeley on board, your care has never been better. Open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 3:30, Tuesday 1 to 5, and Friday 8 until 2, or by appointment. It's easy to fit PT into your week. St. Hills PT is proud to support the Mullen Broncos and bring this broadcast to you. Visit sthillspt.com or call today to schedule an appointment. That's St. Hills Physical Therapy. Your health, your team. Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast, Kristen Electric.
And we come back to Arnold High School, getting close now to the opening serve of our second match of the night, which will feature Anselmo-Merna off to a 1-3 start this season, taking on Mullen, who is now 2-0 after their victory earlier in this triangular, winning over South Loup earlier tonight, 25-14, 25-20. Your starting lineups for match number 2 being brought to you by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow. Call 872-2258. With a look at your starters for match number 2, the guy who will call it, Larry Cotner.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. Anselmo-Merna 1-3 on the year. They're coached by Katie Hoblin, assisted by Ben McCaslin and Katie Rush. They'll go this way. It'll be Kinsey Russell, a 5'3 sophomore. Rhiannon Myers, 5'9 and a senior. Riley Myers, a sophomore, 5'8" tall. Jenna Bartok, a 5'5" freshman. Mallory Bartok, 5'7 and a junior. And Lily Thornton, a 5'4" senior. Also, the libero will be Kyra Schmidt. She's a junior, 5'3" tall. Now let's take a look at Mullen. Now 2-0 on the year after their two-set win over South Loup in the first match. They'll go with Callie Licking, 5'4" and a junior. Jenna Donahoe, a 5'7 sophomore. Ella Rice, a junior, 5'5" tall. Bryn McCulley, a 5'6" sophomore. Also, Chloe Newman, a sophomore, 5'11" tall. And Haley Donahoe, a 5'7" senior. The libero is Emerson Torberg, and she is a 5'6" sophomore. Nicole Orida is the head coach. Callie Edis and Kay Dent are the assistants. 2-0 Mullen, 1-3 Anselmo-Merna, and that's coming up next here on 95.3.
Parts and Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow. Fairder Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
This is for the Anselmo-Merna community members and alumni. By Tri-S Ag, supporting the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes.
Your friends and neighbors at Dayspring Bank, formerly First State Bank of Mullen, are proud to support the Mullen Broncos on the road. For those of you who can't be at the game, whether your family is growing, you're starting a business, or you've been farming or ranching for generations, Dayspring's bankers get to know you personally and create custom solutions to help you reach your goals. Dayspring Bank, for whatever the day brings. Member FDIC.
For Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, giving their customers the best food values is job one. They offer weekly specials in every department, including the freshest fruits and vegetables on the market. Their meat department features certified Angus beef. Add to all that selection friendly customer service, and you'll see why their customers keep coming back again and again. Another proud sponsor of high school sports broadcasts, Mackey's Grocery in Mullen, your Sand Hills Food Center.
The Sand Hills Golf Club is a proud supporter of this radio broadcast, and they salute every second of hard work that these players put in preparing into each event. Sand Hills Golf Club is a home to one-of-a-kind golfing experience in North America, featuring the beautiful Sand Hills, quiet atmosphere, and a challenging yet enjoyable course. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Sand Hills Golf Club, proud supporters of Central Nebraska High School sports action.
The Highway 2 Depot in Mullen is the place to stop, with options like burgers, wings, soft serve ice cream, and munchies prepared country style. There's a treat for everyone at the Highway 2 Depot. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, 11 to 2. Stop in to eat or grab carryout to go. Cheering on the Mullen Broncos and proud to help sponsor this sports broadcast. Visit the Highway 2 Depot in Mullen. It really is the place to stop.
And we come back to Arnold High School, getting ready now for the opening serve between Anselmo-Merna and Mullen, our second match of 3 tonight. AM coming in with a record of 1-3. They got their win on Saturday during the Overton tournament, defeating H&H, and we had to do a little research, and we believe that is a co-op this year between Heartland and Hampton, and that's who Anselmo-Merna got their win against. They come in 1-3. Mullen now 2-0 after winning earlier tonight over South Loup. So we are ready now for match number 2 of the night, and we'll turn it over now to Larry Connor.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. It'll be Mullen in the far court in the black uniforms, the gold trim, and Anselmo-Merna in the near court with the white uniforms, the red trim, and it'll be Callie looking to get things started off. Dug out by Rhiannon Myers, set up by Thornton. Now Mallory Bartok with the attack, taken on the back row by Donahoe. The hit by Rice down the line, dug out that time by Myers, and then kept alive off the block back by Bartok. Swung across by Rhiannon Myers. Pass left side. Rice will float it across, and that will go off hands for a point.
Well, as we start this match, I think it is worth noting Shaylee Coleman, who is certainly going to be one of the leaders for AM coming into this season. Unfortunately, a brace on her knee. She is out for tonight's game and will be out for a little while this season, unfortunately.
Licking with the serve and the return. Sent across on 3 by Thornton. Now with the directional shot coming up short on that one was Bryn McCulley. Came over just a little too much, and it's 1-1. And Anselmo-Merna will serve. Lily Thornton to do the honors. Sends it across on a jump serve, dug out back row center. It'll come back to back row center, and the attack by Jenna Donahoe. Pushed over on 2 by Thornton. Set up by Newman. Now punched over by Rice. Dug out by Thornton. Pass left side. Riley Myers will send it over on 3. Thornburg takes it from there. Set up to Rice, and she is long on the attack, and Anselmo-Merna with the 2-1 advantage here early on. We're in set 1, best 2 out of 3. We go to 25 in each of these sets. Thornton will send it across, dug out center by Donahoe, back set, and there's Rice on the attack. Nice save by Thornton to keep it alive. And now quickly punched across by Bartok. Up is Rice, dug out nicely. The return attack by Newman. Now Mullen on the attack again, and Rice trying to get the corner is off the mark. And Anselmo-Merna on a run. They've got 3 in a row. They lead it 3-1.
And you got to give credit to Jenna Bartok. The freshman had a big dig in that rally that ultimately led to AM getting the point.
And into the net for service error for Lily Thornton. It'll be side out, for Mullen, trailing 3-2. And Ella Rice will serve. She'll go over to the right side or the left side for her. And the jump serve's a good one. Dug out by Schmidt and kept alive by Myers and sent over on 3. Mullen sets up their offense, hit across in the middle that time by McCulley. Sent back quickly. McCulley again across, and that will go off hands for the point.
Yeah, we saw Bryn McCulley have a really good opening match, leading Mullen in attacks and kills against South Loup. The redirect there, and able to tie things up early here in set number 1.
3-3 the score. Ella Rice to serve. Sends it. Played on the back row. Dug out there by Schmidt. They'll set it up for Myers. Blocked back and down. Check that.
Yeah, it was on Mullen's side.
I was going to say it landed on the Mullen side. It didn't come back. And that was off the hands of Donahoe. So it'll be a point for Anselmo-Merna. Riley Myers with the service. That goes into the net. We're tied up at 4 apiece. Checking in will be Tinley Potter, 5'3" and a sophomore for Anselmo-Merna. Service will come from Bryn McCulley, and that one's too strong. And we saw that in the first match with South Loup, that Mullen had some difficulty at times with service errors. 5-4 Anselmo-Merna with the lead. And the libero, Kyra Schmidt, will serve. Floats it across. That's an ace. Right in front of the back row center of Ella Rice. 6-4 Anselmo-Merna. Set one, best 2 out of 3. Center court, floated across by Schmidt, dug out by Thorberg. They'll set it up for Jenna Donahoe. Spinning shot down the line. Could not be handled by Lily Thornton.
Yeah, boy, Jenna had a little English on that one, didn't she? It looked like she was going to go cross court. Instead, it spun and came down the line as Jenna gets the kill.
It'll be Chloe Newman to serve. And that one might have gone long, but it was popped up there by Potter. It was going to be too close to call, and bringing it across, off hands and down, Rhiannon Myers for Anselmo-Merna.
Yeah, nice play by Rhiannon. Just the roll shot into the block, able to take it off hands as it finds the floor.
7-5. Kinsey Russell to serve. Floats it to the back line, taken there by Rice. Back set. They'll set it up. That was looking for Haley Donahoe, and she gets it down.
Now, one of the best swings of the night from Haley. A lot of power behind that swing as she's able to bring Mullen to within one.
And I think that was the quickest we've seen Mullen run their offense in this match. Sent across by Donahoe, dug out. Set up by Thornton, and the attack is down off the left side for Rhiannon Myers. 8-6, and Anselmo-Merna still with the lead. They're up 8-6. Jenna Bartok will serve. From the right side, floats it across, play back line. That's an ace. Off the hands of newly entering a player, that's Sydney Cheever, 5'10 senior. And the ace and a 3-point advantage for AM. Bartok sends it across. That's another ace. The freshman with 2 ace serves, and Mullen wants a timeout. We're in set number 1, and Anselmo-Merna 10, Mullen 6.
Kayak and tank along the most scenic untouched rivers in Nebraska. No, really. Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen offers both locals and tourists a premier Nebraska experience year-round. They furnish you with everything you need, from the vessel and paddles to life jackets. If you want to spend a few days in the Sandhills, ask about the campground and its amenities. Find them on Facebook or head to gliddencanoerental.com. Visit Glidden Canoe Rentals in Mullen.
Come back to Arnold Maxwell Gymnasium, match number 2 of this triangular. Earlier tonight, Mullen defeated South Loup in 2 sets, 25-14, 25-20. In the first match of the night for Anselmo-Merna, they lead Mullen 10-6. We're in set number 1. Service from Jenna Bartok. She'd had 2 straight aces. This one dug out by Thorberg. They'll set it up for Donahoe, but Jenna Donahoe too high on the attack. And it's another point for the Lady Coyotes. They lead it by 5, biggest lead of the match for either team. Bartok steps into this one, play back row. That's another ace. So 3 aces here early on, Brent.
Yeah, four in the set total for AM.
A 3 for Jenna Bartok, excuse me. She sends it across again. That one dug out by Cheever. And setting on the flat attack, it'll be Rice. Thornton to Rhiannon Myers, and the floater works. The one-hand floater gets into the empty zone over on the right side, and she gets it home.
Well, lots of times in these triangulars, we do a lot of them. Sometimes you see the team that's coming out for the first time. It takes them a while to get into the flow. Not AM tonight. They are sharp early.
Dig by Cheever, overpass. She has to dig it out on the return. Sent over by Rice. Thornton sets it up for Myers, puts it across. Somebody was in the net, and it will be Callie Licking for Mullen, and that's another point for Anselmo-Merna. They lead at 14-6. And it's been 6 in a row for Jenna Bartok at the service line. Freshman sends it across, dug out by Rice. He gets the pass back. Her attack is long, and it's another point for the Lady Coyotes. And another timeout. We're in set number 1, and Anselmo-Merna 15, Mullen 6.
To you by Quick Stop. With 27 locations open 24/7, you know when you see a Quick Stop, you can refuel your vehicle and yourself anytime. They serve fresh-made, crispy, crunchy chicken and Piccadilly pizza. If it's a cool treat you're after, try for real shakes and smoothies or gourmet Frazzle slushes. Going to visit Quick Stop regularly? Pick up a rewards card and start saving today. Quick Stop, 27 locations to serve you, including right on the highway in Mullen. Happy to bring you this sports radio action.
We come back to Arnold, 15-6 the score here in the opening set, and Anselmo-Merna with the lead on Mullen. Jenna Bartok at the service line. Takes her time waiting for the approval, and she gets it, sends it across. And that is long. Service error, and Mullen will get the break and serve.
Well, we're on the other side of the court watching it, but boy, that was close.
Yeah, that didn't miss by
that
much.
Did not miss by much.
I couldn't tell if it was in or out. I just went and looked at the line judge, Jenna Donahoe, and that one's long. And right now, Mullen having a hard time measuring it up. And they'll give it right back to Anselmo-Merna, who now leads 16-7. Rhiannon Myers serve. It's a good one, dug out by Thorberg. Licking sets it up for Rice, goes big swing, and it will go down as Anselmo-Merna got it over, but in 4. And Mullen will get the point. And actually, AM did a good job of actually getting it over in 4.
Yeah, that was a great swing from Ella Rice. Real good set, too. Ella was able to get on top of it and drive it for the kill.
Licking with a good serve. They'll set it up for Mallory. Bartok swung over, just over the back shot for Bryn McCauley, and she gets it down.
Yeah, great reflex at the net from McCauley to just get a hand on that, get it over the net, and Mullen ends up winning the point.
16-9. Licking, who usually starts the rotation service, sends it over, dug out by Russell. Punched up now by Licking to the front row. Crisscross attack from Rice. Dug out, the pass. Thornton for Riley Myers is long. And the point to Mullen, and now all of a sudden they've strung 3 together and are back within 6 at 16-10. Licking steps into this one. That's an ace off the touch of Rhiannon Myers. Well, that was a tough one. She didn't know whether to grab it or not, Brent, but I think it was going to be pretty close to that back line.
Yeah, now you feel like Mullen getting into a flow now. That's their first ace serve of the match.
Another service there by Licking, dug out by Russell. Back row attack by Myers into the net. And now 5 in a row from Mullen, and Anselmo-Merna wants a timeout. We're in the set number 1, and Anselmo-Merna still up 16-12.
This is brought to you in part by Travis and Jessica with Hampton Well Drilling. When they're not cheering on the Mullen Broncos, you'll find them helping their customers get the water flowing. Whether that's a house well, a solar well, pipeline, or workout among your cattle, Hampton Well Drilling is ready to get to work for you. Give them a ring at 308-546-7278. Hampton Well Drilling, happy to bring this broadcast featuring the Mullen Broncos to the airwaves.
16-12 our score. We're in set number 1. Second match of the night. Anselmo-Merna and Mullen. Anselmo-Merna jumped out to a 9-point advantage, but 5 in a row here from Mullen has cut it down to a 16-12 lead. And Licking serving again. This one is returned on 1 by Russell. Sent back over, no, into the net. Trying to go with the angle down the line was Ella Rice, but didn't get it across the net. So that'll break the run of 5 in a row for Mullen. 17-12 Anselmo-Merna. Thornton will serve. Lilly steps into this one, and that is saved by Thorberg, but it goes up into the rafters and will not get returned on 3.
Yeah, good response coming out of the timeout by AM, able to run off 2 in a row and kind of reestablish things on their side here in this opening set.
18-12 the score. Lady Coyotes on top of the Lady Broncos. Thornton steps into a good one. Dug out by Rice. Bumps it ahead, and the attack too long from Newman. floated it for the corner, but it kind of sailed on her. 19-12 the score. Lily Thornton, who's played on this team for a long time, in her senior year, sends it over. On three, Rice will return it and float it into the donut hole for the point. 19-13. And Ella Rice will go back to the service line now. Steps into this one. It is an ace. Couple of touches from Anselmo-Merna, but they really couldn't do much with them. That hit the net and then just dropped on over.
Yeah, just got over the net. I thought AM did a good job of just getting a hand on it.
I do too, because they had everybody on the heels, and then they had to adjust. Rice steps into this one, and that one's into the net for a service error. And the Lady Coyotes lead it 22-14. 6-point advantage. Riley Myers from the left side gives it a spin and a send. And that's going to be an ace off the touch of Jenna Donahoe. Check that, Bryn McCulley on that back line.
Well, that is the 5th ace serve for Anselmo-Merna here in this opening set.
We've got a football score, 21-14, Anselmo-Merna. Myers delivers it, and that one is long. 21-15. Well, Mullen coming into this match, a number of different publications have them in the top 10 in D2 this year. They come in 2-0 into this match, and another service error, and that is in both matches tonight. It's been a killer for them.
Yeah, that's number 3 in this match. Meanwhile, you look at AM, 5 ace serves and only 1 service error for the Coyotes.
Sent over by Kyra Schmidt, the libero, and on 2 it went across the net. Kinsey Russell, I think, maybe got a little surprised by it and puts it into the net, 22-16. Well, if Mullen's going to make a run, they have to do it now, as Chloe Newman will step into it and send it deep. Dug out there by Bartok. Pass front row. Myers floats it across. Passed over to the left side. The attack sent that time from McCulley. Now down the left side, Jenna Bartok gets it off the hands of Thorberg. And Anselmo-Merna just 2 away from winning set number 1.
Boy, and how about Jenna Bartok, just a freshman, playing a key role in AM's success here in this opening set.
Service by Kinsey Russell. Dug out by Thorberg. They'll set it up for Jenna Donahoe. Nice saving dive there by Russell. And on 3, could not quite get it over, was Potter. So it'll be 23-17. And Haley Donahoe will do the honors for Mullen. Sends it with a lot of authority. Dug out by Schmidt. It's hit up into the rafters off the touch of Thornton, and it did not bounce the right way. And that'll be a point for Mullen. 23-18. Ceiling's not small here, but it's not tall either. Donahoe goes off the hands of Russell, but saved by Schmidt, and on 3 sent over by Potter. They'll set it up in the middle. Swiping it across is Donahoe. Now the other direction. Crisscross attack off balance. Rhiannon Myers puts it home.
Yeah, great read at the net by Rhiannon. Saw the opening on the near side, able to take the angle. And now Anselmo-Merna will serve for the opening set.
It'll be Riley Myers to do the honors. She'll step into it from the traditional right side. Punched up by Cheever. Bump set by Licking. Sent over on 3 by Rice. Dug out by Russell. They'll set it up for Riley Myers, and she'll get the attack and the winner here in set number 1. Set number 1 goes to Anselmo-Merna, 25-18 over Mullen. We'll be back with set number 2 after this on 95.3.
Need top-notch physical therapy? St. Hills Physical Therapy is there for you. With physical therapist Nikki Gracie and assistant Meg Seeley on board, your care has never been better. Open Monday and Wednesday 8 to 3:30, Tuesday 1 to 5, and Friday 8 until 2, or by appointment. It's easy to fit PT into your week. St. Hills PT is proud to support the Mullen Broncos and bring this broadcast to you. Visit sthillspt.com or call today to schedule an appointment. That's St. Hills Physical Therapy. Your health, your team.
Where do you go when it's a beautiful, gorgeous day? If you need a great place to relax, grill, and enjoy time with friends and family, go with a deck made with quality TimberTech terrain decking from Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. You can build a deck of all shapes and sizes. Plus, Mead Lumber stocks brown oak and silver maple. Whether you're starting from scratch or you're just doing a new surface, Mead Lumber looks forward to helping plan your project. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because the future can be unpredictable, but no matter what's in the forecast, we'll help you feel protected so you can enjoy the dreams you've worked hard for with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit Justin Thompson Agency or call 308-872-5252.
Your friends at Kling Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810. Kling Financial, downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street.
You know, Brent, one of the things going into this match of this triangular tonight, Anselmo-Merna was the team that had played the most. They're 1-3, but that experience of that Overton Invitational always helps out.
Yeah, for sure. And I always love doing triangulars because you just never know about the second match, right? I mean, you got a team coming out for the first time. One team has a match already under their belt. But for AM, they were the sharper team in the opening set.
Lily Thornton's serve is long, service error, and a point for Mullen. The other thing is neither are playing on their home court.
That would be true.
Kelly Licking will step into this one. Sends it, played on the back row. Dug out there by Bartok. They'll set it up for Mallory Bartok. And in the net was Mullen. We're tied up at 1 apiece.
Just kind of get the feel that the opening points of this set important for Mullen, don't you think, Larry?
I mean, do.
You know, you're down a set. I think important for the Broncos to try to get off to a good start, knowing they have to win this set to stay alive in the match.
Riley Myers sends it across. Dug up on 2. Now they'll send it over to Newman. That goes in the rafters, but played well by Newman. And then Myers trying to free ball it across, came up short. The point will go to Mullen. It will be Ella Rice to serve for Mullen. Steps into it. Down the line on the left side. Dug out by Potter. Pass left side. The attack by Bartok. Into the rafters. Played nicely by Donahoe. That's Jenna. And then Haley will send it across on 3. Pass over to the left side. And Bartok, little high on the attack. And the point will go to Mullen. And they're out to that quick start, 3-1. Ella Rice to serve. Getting down that left side. Sends it to the center. Played there by Rhiannon Myers. Passed ahead by Mallory Bartok. Sent over by Russell. Played off the net nicely by Licking. Sent over by McCulley. And then off balance, Mallory Bartok trying to send it across. It goes into the net. And now Mullen out to a quick start at 4-1.
Well, give Licking a lot of credit on that point. A bad pass in the net that Licking was able to save. Mullen was able to get it over the net and win the point.
Rice is served down the line. Played there by Potter, bumped up by Thornton, sent over on 3 by Myers, and it'll go for the point. There was a little hesitation on who was going to go for it, and it lands just in front of Rice. So on a free ball, Rhiannon Myers gets a kill. 4-2. Mullen with the lead, but AM with the side out. Schmidt will serve. Played in the back row by Rice. They'll set it up for the attack for McCulley into the donut hole just in front of a diving Lily Thornton.
Yeah, Brent's had a really good night, was really strong in the attack department in match number 1 against South Loup. That time able to just roll it over the top of the block and find the opening in the middle.
5'6" sophomore Emerson Thorberg will serve. Sends it to the back row, played by the other libero, that's Schmidt. Pass left side, off balance. The attack by Myers, pushed up by Thorberg. Over on 3 by Rice. The overpass and the directed shot, was it in? The line judge was not sure.
Oh, I thought it looked in. Oh, they're going to
call it out.
Oh, wow.
It was a directed shot by, I believe, Jenna Donahoe. But it was real close to the line. But the line judge could not call it. So it's 5-3 Mullen and AM serving. And Kinsey Russell puts it into the net. Service error.
Anselmo-Merna, who had just one service error, in the opening set, now with 2 errors from the service line here in set number 2.
And that's been big all night long here tonight. That's been a big factor. Boy, I tell you what, that zigzagged up into the rafters off the service. That's going to end up being an ace for Mullen and Chloe Newman. Chloe Newman will serve again with Mullen up 7-3. Newman. And hits the net, goes on over for another ace. Makes it 8-3. Mullen trying to even up this match.
4 ace serves for Mullen in the match. 2 of them now in this set.
Newman does it again, tickles the net. They'll set it up, though, for Rhiannon Myers. Was there a touch? Well, it doesn't matter. It was in. 8-4. Jenna Bartok, who had the big run at the service line in that first set that really helped AM pull away, is back there for the first time in this set. Freshman steps into it, sends it across. This one dug out by Rice, pass left side. That one dinked across by Donahoe and looking for a touch, but no touch. And AM will get the point. 8-5. Bartok will serve again. Sends it, played back row by Thorberg, up to the front line, overpass, hammered down, but Rhiannon Myers on the follow-through went into the net, and the point will go to Mullen.
Yeah, great swing by Rhiannon. She read the overpass, was right on top of it, but as you said, Larry, on the follow-through came into the net.
And now a service error by Mullen. Lady Broncos' Haley Donahoe. The one of only 2 seniors on this roster for Mullen. Sydney Cheever, the other. 9-6. AM will serve with Rhiannon Myers, and she sends a bullet for an ace.
Well, Anselmo-Merna had 5 ace serves in the opening set. That's their first ace of set number 2.
Kaisley Phipps, a freshman, stepped in. She just got a tickle of that one. That's it. Bumps that over for Rice, who rolls it across. Dug out by Bartok. Now they'll set it up for Myers. Kept low, and it'll work for the kill.
Man, what a great swing out of the back row that time for Rhiannon Myers. And now here comes AM with an opportunity to tie it up in the set.
She'll serve it up. Myers, the senior, been playing since she was a freshman, gets the ace off the touch of Cheever. 9-9. And Rhiannon Myers will serve again. And again with a lot of authority, and that's an ace. That one off of Phipps. And Anselmo-Merna, I believe this is their first lead of this set.
Yeah, of this set. Yes, I believe you're right.
10-9. Myers will serve. And sends a bullet, and that one is another ace. And right now she's in rhythm.
Yes, she is. And I think a timeout coming from Mullen.
And they'll take it. And Anselmo-Merna has turned a deficit into a lead. They're up 11-9 here in set number 2. You're listening to the Thunderbird.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
We come back here to Arnold. It's set number 2 of the second match. AM won the first set 25-18, and they have rallied from a deficit in set number 2 to lead 11-9. Out of the timeout, Rhiannon Myers will float it across. Dug out by Rice, and nobody to play the second. Chasing after it was Licking, but nowhere to pass it for Ella Rice. And Myers took something off on that one. Everybody was laid back that time. This time she puts a lot of smoke on it again. The overpass saved by Licking. Donahoe with the attack. That's dug out by Russell. Pass left side. Riley Myers tipped at the net, kept alive by Rice. Rice will get it back from Thorberg and send it over on 3. And now the quick second hit taken across by Thornton, pushed quickly back by Cheever. Bump set from the back row attack by Myers. Thorberg with the dig. And then off balance, a floater will go for Jenna Donahoe.
Yeah, good read at the net by Donahoe. Read the block, saw the opening on the far side, and was able to place it right where it had to be.
Coyotes with the lead, but the Lady Broncos with the serve. Trailing 12-10. Service by Jenna Donahoe's an ace. Makes it 12-11, a chance to tie here. Again, AM up 1-0 in this match. Don't forget, we've got a third one coming up later, Anselmo-Merna and South Loup. Sent over by Donahoe. Back set by Thornton. Pushed across by Riley Myers. Kept alive. Now the attack off the left side. Kept alive by Mallory Bartok. They'll set it up for Riley Myers, and the attack down the left side will go.
Great assist from Lily Thornton. Able to chase to the ball, set it up beautifully for Riley, who got a good swing and ended up with the kill.
13-11, Anselmo-Merna. The senior captain, Lily Thornton, will step into it. Send it to the back row center, dug out there. Back row attack from Jenna Donahoe, dug out by Myers. Set up for a left-handed swipe attack by Mallory Bartok. Down the line, Rice off the left side. Played nicely by Myers. Pushed across by Bartok, and that'll work. She'll get it to go. And AM with their biggest lead of the set of 3, 14-11. Actually ties their biggest lead of this set. Thornton. Dug out by Donahoe. Back set over the net. Dug there by Myers, who gets it back, and off the touch of Licking, got the kill to go down.
Well, they fell behind early, but now Anselmo-Merna, you can see, getting into a rhythm as they now have a 4-point advantage.
15-11 the score. And Lily Thornton floats it to the back row center. It's dug out there by Phipps. They'll set it up. Big swing. And down for Ella Rice.
Well, that's the way you can change momentum. Man, big swing from Ella. Taking it cross court.
Chloe Newman will check back in. Back to the service line will be Callie Licking. Licking sends it. Played in the back row by Russell. They'll send it over for Mallory Bartok, and she'll get it down for a kill off the back row touch of Jenna Donahoe. 16-12 now the score. Riley Myers with the service from the left side. And that one twisting and turning is out. Service error and a point for the Lady Broncos. 16-13. Potter going to come back in now for the Lady Coyotes. Haley Donahoe returns for Mullen. Ella Rice to serve. Steps into the left side attack. And her service is an ace off the touch of Anselmo-Merna's Tinley Potter. 16-14. Mullen back within 2. Rice again. Played back row by Potter. Punched up. Back row attack by Myers into the net. 16-15. And now Mullen serving for the chance to tie this set. Rice will step into it. It's a good one, and kept alive by Potter, kept alive by Bartok, sent over on 3 by Thornton. Set up now for a big swing and down off the left side for the senior Haley Donahoe.
Yeah, one of the best swings of the match for Haley, and that's going to force AM into a timeout.
We're all knotted up, 16 apiece. We're in set number 2. Come back. We'll finish off this set here on 95.3.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is gearing you up for any sport this season. Right now, when you buy one summer apparel item at regular price, you'll receive a second apparel item absolutely free. Stock up for the whole family with shorts, tees, and summer styles that keep you looking and feeling great. Hurry in today and take advantage of this amazing offer. Excludes Husker apparel. Find them on the west side of the square in Broken Bow, Geared for Sports, where your game begins.
We come back to Arnold. Kind of a back and forth set, Brent, in this match that Anselmo-Merna leads 1-0. Mullen got the early lead. AM come back, took a lead. Got as much as 4-point lead. Now Mullen with 4 in a row has tied it back up.
Yeah, we've certainly seen the shifts of momentum through this second set for sure.
Rice will serve. The 2 Donahoes are out there along with McCulley, Newman, and Licking, the original starting 5 out there from Mullen. That's an ace. Little communication error between Jenna Bartok and Rhiannon Myers. Those 2 out there along with Mallory Bartok, Kinsey Russell, Lily Thornton, and Tinley Potter. Potter will dig out the serve. And now Mallory Bartok puts it into the net on the attack. And just like that, Mullen with 6 in a row. They've got a 2-point advantage. 18-16, Lady Broncos. Rice to serve it. And hits the net, goes on over, but saved nicely by Potter. They'll set it up for Bartok. Touched at the net. Dug out, though, by Licking, but the attack by McCulley goes into the net, and that will break the run for Mullen. AM back within 1 at 18-17. Kyra Schmidt, the libero, will check in. Serve center court. And almost got an ace, kept alive, and then getting up to make the swing that time, Haley Donahoe really didn't have very good position to make that swing.
Anselmo-Merna with 11 ace serves in the match. 5 in the first set, 6 of them now in set number 2.
Schmidt sends it over. It's dug out. They'll set it up for McCulley off the right side. We haven't seen Mullen go off the right side much in this match. They get success there with Bryn McCulley. 19-18, Lady Broncos. Thorberg will serve now for Mullen. Steps in. Dug out by Jenna Bartok. Pass left side for Rhiannon Myers. Drove it through the defense of Jenna Donahoe and Chloe Newman. Went through both hands, and then they were looking where it was at. They got a lot of hand on it, but not enough. 19-19. Kinsey Russell's service. Dug out by Licking. Newman sets it up for a push for Donahoe. Now off balance, the shot is long for Rhiannon Myers. 20-19. Mullen back on top. Back and forth we go. Newman will serve for the Lady Broncos. Sends it, and it's into the net for a service error. She will come out, and Sydney Cheever will replace her on the defensive end. 20-20. And Jenna Bartok to serve for Anselmo-Merna and puts it in the net. She'd had 3 aces in that first set in a 4-serve run, but gets it into the net there. Service from Donahoe. Dug out by Bartok. Sets it up for, Thornton sets it up for Myers. Trying to go with the crisscross. The lane was there, but overshot it into the net. 22-20. Mullen up by 3, and little delay here, a little conversation from the.
Well, I think Coach Hoblin wanted a timeout, but they had already signaled for the serve to be made.
Gotcha. Haley Donahoe will serve it, and that's long. And now she goes, no, I think we're good.
Yeah, it was funny. She looked at the official and says, I don't need it now.
Yeah. 22-21. That's funny how 1 point will swing that.
Yeah.
Brandon Myers sends it. Back row dug out there by Cheever. Pushed across by Rice. Dug out by Myers. They'll set it up in the middle for Bartok, and Mallory will send it off hands of Jenna Donahoe to tie it up at 22.
Boy, this is a pivotal point right here.
Rhiannon Myers, senior, will send it. It's a nice one. Dug out there by Thorberg. Bumped over by Rice and dinked across by Jenna Donahoe just off the touch and down. 23-22, and now Anselmo-Merna will take that timeout. I think, yes. 23-22, Mullen will be back right after this.
Does the plumbing? Call Duda Plumbing, serving Broken Bow and the surrounding communities with top-notch residential and commercial service and septic tank pumping. Have a leaky faucet, funky-smelling septic? Don't worry, Scott and Colton have seen and smelled it all. They're fast, friendly, and won't leave you knee-deep in regret. Call Duda Plumbing and flush your problems away. Literally, Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Come back to Arnold, 23-22, Mullen on top. They have to win this set to force a third set, and it's into the net on the service from Jenna Donahoe, and now advantage Anselmo-Merna as we're tied at 23.
Yeah, big point here. Whoever wins it will serve for the set.
Thornton will do the honors here, and down the line, it's a good one. Dug out by Cheever, set up for Rice. Nice diving save by Bartok. Kept alive and sent over by Riley Myers. Now Mullen on the attack, on the back set. And getting the corner off the touch of Bartok, Bryn McCulley, and it is set point for Mullen. Callie Licking will do the honors here. Licking steps into it. It's a good one. Dug out by Myers. Bartok, and nice save by Thornton to keep it alive. Send it on 3. Set up now for Rice. She just drove it through the defense for the winner. And we'll go to the third set. Mullen rallies to win this one 25-23 to tie it up at 1 set apiece. We'll be back with the third set after this.
Nebraska farmers. At Custer Federal State Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to offer agricultural loans tailored to your needs. Whether you're looking to expand your operations, purchase new equipment, or manage daily expenses, our experienced team is here to help. With competitive rates, personalized service, we're your partners in growth. Visit Custer Federal State Bank today, where your future grows. Custer Federal State Bank, rooted in Nebraska, growing with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it's game day, whether for hometown student athletes or the Huskers, Gateway Motors of Broken Bow is proud to cheer right alongside you. Stop by and browse Chevrolet selections as well as Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. From the very latest models to expert service and great selection, their dedicated team delivers the performance and support that every customer deserves. Gateway Motors, your hometown dealership. See them on Highway 2 in Broken Bow or online at gatewaymotorsbrokenbow.com.
The Grocery Cart is happy to sponsor this sports broadcast. Inside GK Wine and Spirits, the key word for us is variety. We have a large selection of Nebraska-made beers and a bunch of seltzer choices, too. There's a wine that will pair well with any meal. Our shelves are full with everything from sweet to dry. Did I mention awesome prices? For your good time or to wind down your day, shop GK Wine and Spirits inside the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
When the big game day arrives, you need a vehicle you can count on. Trotter Service has you covered. Offering full-service auto repair, tire sales, oil changes, and more, Trotter Service is your trusted hometown shop for reliable vehicle care. Whether you're heading to the game or driving every day, their expert team keeps your ride running strong. Schedule an appointment at trotterstirepros.com or call 872-6801. Your hometown automotive repair and tire store, Trotter Service.
We go to the third set in this match between Anselmo-Merna and Mullen. Anselmo-Merna won the first 25-18. Mullen won the second 25-23. Lily Thornton will start the things off for AM here in the third. Dug out by Donahoe. They'll set it up for McCulley. And a whistle, and in the net was Anselmo-Merna. Point for Mullen. They lead it 1-0. Again, this is best 2 out of 3. We are in a triangular. Mullen defeated South Loup in 2 sets in the first match. South Loup AM the last match. Dug out by Bartok. Sent over by Mallory Bartok. That is dug out on the front row. Set up for McCulley, who got it back from Licking. Now the set left side and the attack and down for Riley Myers. Myers gets AM on the board. And as quite often you see, you get the kill. Sometimes you go right back to the service line. And Riley Myers will do the honors. She works the left side. It's a good one, dug out by Thorberg. Licking with the set. Sent over on a free ball by Rice. Set for a back attack by Myers. Dug out by Donahoe. Set on 2 by Rice. Thornton sets it up for Mallory Bartok, and off hands. It ends up on the Mullen size. As that went off Bren McCulley. 2-1, Anselmo-Merna. Winner of this set wins the match. Service by Myers. Dug out by Jenna Donahoe. Back set. McCulley stepping in. Thornton off the left side. Jenna Donahoe. Dug out by Thorberg. That's going to be 2 hits. It went up into the rafters, and the only person who could play it was Thorberg, but you can't do that. 3-1, Anselmo-Merna. Service by Myers. That's dug out back row by Donahoe. They'll set it up for Newman. Played back row by Myers. Now pushed across by Bartok. Donahoe to the front row. Rice will roll shot it into the donut hole. Couple of AM players had to kind of back away from not hitting each other. And that'll put a little icing on it in that donut hole. 3-2, Anselmo-Merna. Mullen serving for the tie. Ella Rice will do the honor. She was back there to kind of help them rally in that second set. Bartok will push it across on 3. Dug out by Rice. They'll pass left side. Donahoe, and kept alive by Bartok, sent over by Jenna Bartok. And then on the attack, the point will go to Mullen. It was going to go down anyway for Bren McCulley, but AM was in the net. 3-3 now our score. Ella Rice will serve. And it looks like we got a wet spot. More volleyball coming up on Thursday from Anselmo-Merna. It will include Ansley Litchfield and Twin Loup.
Yes, I'm sorry. You were wanting I
yes.
thought you knew you wanted confirmation
Yes.
from me.
Yes.
Those are the 3 that will be involved.
I'm looking at the sports director waiting for an answer. Off to the left, Jenna Donahoe with the attack. And Mullen on that defensive side into the net. And the point will go to Anselmo-Merna. They lead it 4-3. Kyra Schmidt, the libero, checks in to serve. Floats it. Played back line by Haley Donahoe, but nobody there to cover it. And it's another point for AM. They're up 5-3. Schmidt will send it across, dug out by Donahoe. Back set for McCulley, punches it across. Dug there by Potter, pass in the middle. Myers with the big swing and down. Rhiannon Myers went up high and slammed it home. 6-3. Anselmo-Merna on a 3-point run. Again, the winner of this set wins the match. Schmidt floats it across, dug out by Donahoe. Bump set, back row attack. Jenna Donahoe gets it down. Schmidt got a piece of it, but that's all she could do. 6-4. And the libero Emerson Thorberg will come in and serve. Sends it. It's a good one. Dug out by Jenna Bartok. Pass left side. Rhiannon Myers with a miss hit. And that'll be a point for Mullen. 6-5, and now the Lady Broncos with the chance to rally back and tie this one up. Service from Thorberg down the line. Potter kept it alive. Saved there by Schmidt, but on 3, Thornton didn't have enough to get it across. And we are tied at 6 apiece. Mullen will serve for the lead. Both these teams are in Class D2 this year and really have been for a while. The attack off hands is still good for Myers. Kept alive, though, on the Mullen side, and that's going to go down. The attack to the senior, Haley Donahoe. And now Mullen with 4 in a row to take the lead at 7-6. Thorberg. Played back row by Potter. Kept alive by Thornton. Attacked by Myers. It was long, and Thorberg went up with her hands and brought those hands back to her shoulders to get away from it, and it's a point Mullen. Timeout AM. We'll be back after this. 8-6, Lady Broncos.
Deciding who controls the music. Remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Hi, this is Nate Bell with High Street Insurance and Financial Services in Broken Bow. See us online at hsip.com. See possible.
8-6, the score. We're in the 3rd and final set of this match. Anselmo-Merna won the first set, 25-18. Mullen won the second, 25-23. Lady Broncos have a 2-point advantage here in set number 3. Don't forget, we've got one more match. That'll be Anselmo-Merna against South Loup. Thorberg with the service. Played back row center by Jenna Bartok. Pass left side. Getting it across is Myers. Set up in the middle and dinking it across Jenna Donahoe. Kept alive by Myers. Now, Jenna Bartok off the left side. Back set, the attack by Chloe Newman. Played on the back row by Schmidt. Pushed across by Bartok. Kept alive by Licking. Bump set ahead. Big swing and down for Haley Donahoe, who started to take a little bit more off that left side in this set.
Yeah, good swing from Haley. Caught a good portion of the net, but enough power to get it over, and then found the opening in the middle of the court.
Thorberg again with the service. Played back row by Potter. Kept it up in the air into the rafters and played well by Thornton. Pushed up by Licking. Bump to the front row. Big swing from Donahoe. Evidently touched by Anselmo-Merna. Goes across, and now Anselmo-Merna on the rotation to the outside. It looked long, but they're going to say redo. Nobody came up with what. Not sure what that was all about. I thought that was out, but Thorberg will service. We'll do it again, and that one just misses. About an inch or two. And on the service error, the point will go to Anselmo-Merna. 9-7 Mullen. And Kinsey Russell into the net. Just hit the top of it. It's one of those, Brent, maybe another inch or two up there. It flops on over, but it just came back.
Yeah, athletic competition can be about just the slimmest of margins, and that one just didn't quite get over the net.
Newman with a good serve. Dug out there by Russell. Bumped up by Thornton, and on 3, sent over on a free ball by Schmidt. Set up now for Rice with a big swing. Dug out by Potter, but into the rafters and down. And Mullen stretches that lead to 4 at 11-7.
Potter did a good job of handling that attack, but as you said, Larry, just went up to the rafter, came straight down, and those are so difficult to judge and play.
Newman now too strong on her serve. Service error and a point for the Lady Coyotes. Cheever will check back in for Mullen. Serving will be Jenna Bartok. Down 3. And she gets an ace. The freshman has served well for the most part in this match tonight.
Yeah, for sure. That's her 4th ace, I believe, of the match.
11-9. She'll serve again. Played on the back row by Cheever. Thorberg ahead. Rice on a free ball. Dug out there by Russell. Pass left side. Riley Myers on the attack. Nice staving save by Rice. Sent over on a free ball by Haley Donahoe. Pass left side. Riley Myers off the touch of Licking and down.
Great assist from Lily Thornton. She set that all the way from the opposite end of the court and put it right where it had to be for Riley to get a big swing.
AM serving for the tie. And again, it's Bartok to do the honors. Jenna will step into this one. It's a good one. Played back row by Rice. Almost an overpass, but Licking's there to redirect and find the open space.
Man, tremendous play at the net by Licking. That was not easy to judge that coming toward the net, then redirect it and find the opening.
12-10. Mullen serving with the lead, and that one's too long from Haley Donahoe, and she'll come out. And Phipps will check back in. Casely Phipps, 5'3" freshman. Rhiannon Myers will serve. Over the net, Phipps keeps it alive. And, oh, what a play there again by Licking. Got the left hand, get it over, but AM had the answer. They've got the ball right now. On 3, it'll be sent back over by Myers. Set up, back set. Big swing and down. Jenna Donahoe, the sophomore. But nice set on that motion by Kaylee Licking. Or Callie Licking, I should say. But that was good movement by Mullen. They get the point. 13-11. And Jenna Donahoe will serve. Jump serve played on the back row by Bartok. Now pushed across by Riley Myers. And sent over on 2. Here comes Riley Myers again. That one's blocked back by Licking. Sent over on a swing by Thornton to keep it alive. In the middle, dinked across by McCulley. Dug out by Myers. Bump set back for Myers from Thornton. Dug out by Rice. Bumped up by Licking. The attack by Rice, crisscross. Pushed up by Bartok, but it hit the rafters again. And then 2 players were coming, and they both backed off from it. And the point will go to Mullen. Good rally that time by both teams. 14-11 Mullen. Donahoe's service, and at the last second, Kinsey Russell decided to play it, and it goes long. I think she did the right thing. It was going to be very close. And 15-11. Mullen will have Jenna Donahoe serving. Floats it to the back line. Taken there by Bartok. Pass left side. Mallory Bartok on the attack into the net. And now it's a 5-point advantage for Mullen, and AM does want a timeout. 16-11. We're in the third and decisive set. You're listening to 95.3.
Reap big bucks when you sow food plot seed mixes from Arrow Seed. Food plots help develop healthier wildlife populations by providing a high-quality, nutritious food source. Arrow Seed offers a full line of perennial mixes, including Full Potential and Trophy Banquet. Crunch and Munch, Brassica Plus, Deer Delight, and Green Screen are annual food plot mixes. Mixes can be planted in the spring or fall. Plant some on your site and watch the buck grow. Stop by your local Arrow Seed dealer, visit arrowseed.com, or like Arrow Seed's Facebook page to learn more about food plots and how they can work for you.
Along with our cameraman tonight, or videographer, we should say, Jack Simpson. He's Brent Apperson. I'm Larry Cotner. We're in match number 2 of 3 this evening. And Anselmo-Merna and Mullen. Mullen with the lead in set number 3, 16-11. Service from Jenna Donahoe. Played back row by Jenna Bartok. Pass left side. Mallory Bartok sends it across. Dug out by Cheever. Big swing and down for Bryn McCulley.
The sport of volleyball. Momentum can shift quickly, can it? Now it's all on the side of Mullen. McCulley with the big swing in the middle, and just like that, the Broncos are up by 6.
Donahoe again with the service. That one played by Russell on the back row. Off balance, nice punch across by Mallory Bartok. And then a communication error between Phipps and Rice. And it'll be dropping down for the point. Anselmo-Merna breaks that momentum and will serve down 17-12. Thornton with the service, played back row center by Phipps. Back set for McCulley off balance, dug by Thornton, bumped up by Russell, and then miscommunication between Mallory Bartok and Riley Myers, and the point will go to Mullen. Lady Broncos up by 6, 18-12. Callie Licking to serve. Played back row by Rhiannon Myers. Back set, the attack, Riley Myers blocked back. Ella Rice, Bryn McCulley, they were there to send it home.
Yeah, great block at the net. They just turned into a wall for the Broncos, and they get the point off the block.
19-12 now, the Lady Broncos. That serve just missed from Jenna Donahoe. It dove at the end and just missed it by an inch or two. So Riley Myers will serve now for the Lady Coyotes. Sends him, that one's long. Mullen got away from it immediately. 20-13 now the score. Haley Donahoe back in to play the front line. Ella Rice will serve for the Lady Broncos. Works off the left side. Sends it, goes to the right side. Played there by Bartok, bumped up by Potter. Jenna with the long floating attack goes deep. And it's Mullen with another point. They're up by 8, 4 away from winning the match. Ella Rice steps into this one. Played there by Myers. Thornton sets it up for Bartok, and that will go. She put it right into the middle. 21-14.
Yeah, great read at the net by Mallory. Saw the block coming, read it, just tipped it over the top, and it found the floor.
Give an opportunity to Kyra Schmidt to serve. She'll send it down the line. Played there by Donahoe. Back set for McCulley, off hands. Punched up by Thornton. They'll set it up for Myers. Down the line, she directed it perfectly. Found a little bit of a zone. Donahoe got a piece of it but couldn't do anything with it. 21-15. Does AM have one more rally in them? Schmidt, and that's going to be a service error as that slices off to the right. 22-15. And Emerson Thorberg, who kind of had a big run at the service line earlier in this set, will be back there. Dug out by Potter. They'll set it up for Myers. Floats it across. Taken by Donahoe. She'll get it back from Blinking and hammer it off the block. Haley Donahoe got it back from Licking and then put it off the block. It's 23-15. Mullen 2 away from winning it. Thorberg. Punched up by Jenna Bartok. Standing spike. Myers dug out there by Thorberg. Running around and floating it across is Donahoe. Pass left side. Jenna Bartok takes it across. Donahoe, her attack into the net. 23-16. And Anselmo-Merna will serve. Kinsey Russell. 5'3" sophomore. Sends it. Played by Licking. Set up now for Jenna Donahoe off hands. Didn't matter anyway, and Anselmo-Merna was in the net. So it is set and match point for Mullen. And they'll have a number of them. Up by 8, 24-16. Newman serve, it's a good one. Punched across nicely by Thornton, sent quickly back. Thornton will set it up now by Myers. Long on the attack, and that is your match. Mullen rallies after losing the first set, 25-18. They come back and win the next two, 25-23, 25-16, to stay unbeaten at 3-0 and win the triangular Anselmo-Merna will fall to 1-4, but they have another match to go here tonight. That'll be coming up next against South Loup. We'll take a break and get you ready for the next one here on 95.3.
And in life, the right game plan makes all the difference. At Nebraska State Bank, they're proud to support the area teams and help the community reach their goals. From your first checking account to your dream home loan, Nebraska State Bank is there to help you play to win. With personal and business banking, home and ag loans, and modern online and mobile banking tools, you're sure to score with Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Supporting our student athletes, Melham Medical Center stands by you every step of the way. They offer local access to wellness and care, from emergency and inpatient services to the specialty clinic, offering top providers in orthopedics, cardiology, neurological care, and radiology. With a focus on inspiring healthy living through quality care, Melham is proud to back our hometown teams. Visit them at melham.org or call them at 308-872-4100. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
From fields in Nebraska to projects around the world, Sargent Irrigation's roots run deep in the heartland. They believe in hard work, strong teams, and supporting the communities they serve. That's why they're proud to help deliver every thrilling moment of high school and Husker sports right to your radio. Even if you can't be there in person, you won't miss a play. This broadcast is made possible in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow, where hometown pride goes the distance.
Health insurance and Medicare annual open enrollment is right around the corner. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Lori and I are busy going over all the changes coming this fall to better serve you, so stay tuned for updates on your current coverage options, as well as important changes that may affect you and your plan for 2026. Give us a call at 836-2201 or stop in at our offices in Broken Bow or Callaway to schedule your appointment soon.
The team at Taylor Heating and Cooling are big fans of our area student athletes and are proud to help bring you their accomplishments on the radio. Just like these bright students keep a cool head in the heat of competition, Taylor Heating and Cooling is ready to help keep you cool with their services. If the season calls for heat, they're ready with repair and new install expertise there as well. Financing is available because sweating or shivering in your home needs fixed now, not later. Call Taylor Heating and Cooling at 308-872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
Great athletes play with grit, heart, and integrity. At Palmer Monument in Broken Bow, those same qualities guide everything they do. Just as athletes push through challenges to reach victory, Palmer Monument's team works with dedication to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Crafted with pride and built to stand the test of time, they're committed to honoring every life with care and respect. Palmer Monument, designed with pride, sold with integrity, and always giving their very best, just like the athletes on the field.
And we come back to Arnold High School, getting ready to move into our final match of the night. It'll be Anselmo-Merna against the host team, South Loup. Well, Mullen goes 2-0 tonight here at the Triangular. They open with a straight set win over South Loup, 25-14, 25-20 the scores. And then against Anselmo-Merna, Mullen had to come back from a set down. AM won the opening set 25-18. Mullen won a back-and-forth second set 25-23 to extend the match, and then controlled the third set, getting the win 25-16. So Mullen improves to 3-0 overall. They go 2-0 here at the South Loup Triangular. As we conclude coverage of match number 2, we say thanks to the radio sponsors who brought it to you. They included Consolidated, Prairie Eye Care Center, Ferreter Auto Parts, Kristen Electric, Tri-S Ag, Mackey's Grocery, Dayspring Bank, Sandhills Golf Club, Highway 2 Depot, Glidden Canoe Rental, Quick Stop in Mullen, Hampton Well, and Sandhills PT. Time now to move into our final match of the night, South Loup against Anselmo-Merna. Tonight's radio coverage being brought to you by Consolidated, Prairie Eye Care Center, Ferreter Auto Parts, Norder Supply, Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, South Loup Community Pharmacy, Agribest Feeds, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, and Kristen Electric. Radio coverage of all matches tonight being brought to you in part by Mead Lumber, Justin Thompson Agency, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Due to Plumbing, Custer Federal State Bank, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, Trotter Service, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Arrow Seed, Nebraska State Bank, Melham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Agland ATV, Rods Body and Paint, Shelter Insurance, Broken Bow Dental, and Central Nebraska Diesel. Also, we're providing a live video stream of tonight's matches accompanied by the radio call. We'll come back and tell you more about that after these words on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Companies is a proud sponsor of our volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Ferreter Auto Parts in Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow. Ferreter Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
At Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway, you'll often see them sporting their South Loop Bobcat Blue because they love to support their team. Student athletes work hard both academically and in sports, and Norder Supply is proud to support their dedication by helping bring you this sports broadcast on the radio. Wishing the team the best of luck and saying, "Go Bobcats!" Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to get thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Your health close to home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
The staff at South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loop Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loop Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
And Again, we welcome you back to Arnold High School, the side of the South Loop Volleyball Triangular, as we get you ready for our final match of the night, Anselmo-Merna against South Loop. But not only are we live on the radio tonight, we're live with our video stream as well. And we want to take a moment and say thanks to the video stream sponsors of tonight's matches. They include tonight Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions. Also tonight, Anselmo-Merna Boosters, Govier Brothers Mortuary with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, and Arnold Insurance Agency. A big thank you to all of them sponsoring our live video stream of today's matches, accompanied by the radio call. Well, two matches are in the book. If you're just tuning in, Mullen defeated South Loop in straight sets to start the night, 25-14, 25-20. In our second match, Mullen had to come back from a set down as Anselmo-Merna defeated Mullen in set number 1, 25-18. But then Mullen came back, won a thrilling second set, 25-23, to extend the match. And then Mullen would win the match 2-1, winning in the third, 25-16. So there's one more match to go. South Loop and Anselmo-Merna coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. With Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive pivot monitoring and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast, Kristen Electric. Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our volleyball athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their team, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with the news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 800-742-7464 and look for them now on Facebook at facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Ferreter Auto Parts in Broken Bow sells auto parts to get you on the road or to keep you on the road. But did you know that they sell used vehicles too? Head out to their location on West Highway 2 Broken Bow and see the current selection they have available, or give them a ring and ask ahead at 872-6411. Located conveniently on Highway 2 on the west side of Broken Bow, Ferreter Auto Parts wishes all of the area student athletes the very best in competition.
At Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway, you'll often see them sporting their South Loop Bobcat Blue because they love to support their team. Student athletes work hard both academically and in sports, and Norder Supply is proud to support their dedication by helping bring you this sports broadcast on the radio. Wishing the team the best of luck and saying, "Go Bobcats!" Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
Welcome back to Arnold. Again, getting ready for our final match of the night, South Loup against Anselmo-Merna, and we take time to bring you our starting lineups for our final match of the evening. They're brought to you by Fort County Heating and Air. Owners Brian and Austin serve the area with more than 20 years of combined experience in the industry. Call for a free estimate and timely service. Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow, 872-2258. Starters for Anselmo-Merna, the libero Kyra Schmidt, 5'3" junior. Kenzie Russell is a 5'3" sophomore. Rhiannon Myers, 5'9" senior. Riley Myers, 5'8" sophomore. Jenna Bartok, 5'5" freshman. Mallory Bartok is a 5'7" junior. And Lily Thornton, the setter, is a 5'4" senior. Anselmo-Merna head coach, Katie Hoblin. Now the starters for the South Loup Lady Bobcats. They'll go like this. Charlie Pandorf, a 5'6" junior. Ray Hagler, a 5'6" sophomore. Asa Starr, 5'8" junior. Nashe Heidel is a 5'6" senior. Emma Stahlbaumer, 6' sophomore. And Aubrey Burkle is a 5'9" senior. South Loup head coach, Michelle Preston. Those are your starters. We're just about ready for the opening serve, our final match of the night. Anselmo-Merna and South Loup coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
To home. At Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, they are committed to bringing high-quality care right to the community. From trusted family medicine to specialty services like cardiology, orthopedics, general surgery, podiatry, and wound care, they're here for you. They invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology, so you don't have to travel far for the care you need. Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, where compassion meets advanced care, because your health matters right here at home.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for. Like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection. Well, throughout our final match, you will hear South Loup Ace Services being brought to you by Pinnacle Bank in Arnold, because they love the Bobcats, are proud to help bring this broadcast to you, and hope you stop to see them in Arnold. All right, players are out on the court. We're ready to go. Opening serve is upon us. Lily Thornton will open at the service line for the AM Lady Coyotes. Our final match of the night is underway. Thornton will put it in play. Pass to the front. Hagler will bump set it for Nashe Heidel. Sets it over the block. Covered in the back row by Rhiannon Myers. Here's Riley on the near pin. Punched up in the air by Stahlbaumer. Pass to the front. Heidel sends it across on the third. It's catches the back line. Anselmo-Merna thought it was going to be long, but it caught the line. And the first point of our final match goes to South Loup.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be close no matter what.
Ray Hagler with the serve. Out of system, and Anselmo-Merna, they'll get it back on the third. Free ball, South Loup. Hagler sets it outside for Starr into the net. and we are tied at 1. Final match of the night. Again, this is the best 2 out of 3 sets. Played at 25 in all sets. Rally scoring, win by 2. Riley Myers the serve. Picked up by Pandorf, and South Loop able to scramble and send it back on the third. Thornton will bump set it for Jenna Bartok, who sends it across the net, played by Stahlbomber. Back the other way, it's Burkle over the block, played nicely in the back row by Thornton. They'll bump it up for Riley Myers, hitting out of the back row, but it goes into the net, and South Loop takes a 2-1 lead.
You know, one thing I noticed here tonight, maybe, I don't know, Brent, it seems to me maybe I've noticed it more tonight than in past years, but a lot more back row attacks.
At the service line, Asa Starr for South Loop. Just underway, final match of the night. South Loop with a 2-1 lead. In the opening set, Jenna Bartok with the attack. Punched up by Stahlbomber, but first a whistle. And we have South Loop called for the net violation. 2-2 in the first. And that'll bring in the AM libero. Kyra Schmidt, the junior, will go back to the service line as we break the 2-2 tie. Schmidt puts it in play. Hagler sets it up for Heidel, hitting off the right pin, and that's a kill for South Loop as they lead 3-2.
And we had a great view of that on the angle that she took, and she saw that she had that angle and really put it through there.
Now Heidel to the service line. Jump serve on its way, and that is kept alive, but then it's going to hit the floor, and that'll turn out to be an ace. A South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold.
Do give a lot of credit there to Kyra Schmidt. Boy, she got to that. I wasn't sure she was even going to be close, and she got clear to that.
Heidel jump serve, and that's another ace. Another South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold.
We watched her do that in the first set of the first match of the night, where she ran off a few with some pretty good authority.
Served by Heidel, and that is going to sail long and out. So service error, point Anselmo-Merna, 5-3. South Loop leading here in the opening set. Kenzie Russell, the sophomore, will be at the service line now for AM. Russell puts it in play. Starr on the receive. They'll bump it up towards Stahlbomber, who sends it over on the third. Free ball AM. Thornton will set middle for Rhiannon Myers. Off hands, out of bounds. Myers able to tool the block, and Anselmo-Merna now will serve for the opportunity to tie the set.
Did a great job of changing the angle on the shot so that it would bounce off the right hand of Stahlbomber.
Serve on the way from Russell, dug out by Pandorf. They'll bump it over towards Stahlbomber, who gets a swing but hits it long and out, and we are tied at 5.
Well, after watching the first two matches, you and I kind of talked about the fact we thought this would be a pretty good match between these two teams, and so far pretty even.
We break the 5-all tie. Pandorf on the receive. Hagler off the pass. Bump sets it for Stahlbomber, trying to put it down. Sent back by AM. Sent right back by South Loop. Now Myers in the middle. Rhiannon with the swing. It's good. Catches the back line. And Anselmo-Merna leads 6-5 in the first. Kenzie Russell continues at the service line for Anselmo-Merna. Russell floats one across, picked up by Starr. Burkle bumps it over towards Stahlbomber, sends it over the block, covered by Russell. Thornton will set it outside for Jenna Bartok. Block back, punched up at the net by Rhiannon Myers, returned by Bartok. And that will be kept alive by Pandorf, returned by Starr on the third. Thornton sets the outside. Bartok the swing, but it goes into the net. Point, South Loop.
What a great job that time by Charlie Pandorf to go low to keep that one going. And in the long run, South Loop able to pull away the point.
Burkle at the service line. We break the 6-all tie, and that catches the back line. That's another ace. Another South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. 7-6, South Loop leading here in the opening set of our final match. Burkle sends it into the net, and we're tied at 7. Riley Myers checking back in for Anselmo-Merna. She'll play the front row with Rhiannon Myers and Lily Thornton as back to serve for Anselmo-Merna. will be the freshman Jenna Bartok. Jenna sends it across. Pass to Hagler, who sets it up for Stahlbomber. Sets it over the block. Nice cover by Russell. Thornton over to Riley Myers for the attack. Brings it down the line. And Anselmo-Merna has the lead at 8-7.
Or she had to stretch up high to get that and did a good job of directing it once she reached up at that pinnacle at the top.
Jenna Bartok ready to serve again. AM 8, South Loop 7, opening set, serve on its way, played by Nelcha Reif, who's into the match, playing the back row. It goes off her hands, into the rafters, comes down straight. South Loop not able to return. Ace serve, Jenna Bartok. Jenna ready. Serves Reif again. This one up in the air, handled by Hagler, returned by Stahlbomber on the third. Thornton to Rhiannon Myers in the middle. A whistle. South Loop in the net. Point Anselmo-Merna.
And this is where Anselmo-Merna kind of took off in the first set of their first match of the night when Jenna Bartok was at the service line.
Yeah, good point. Absolutely. Bartok trying to keep the service run going. Puts it in. Oh, it's long. Man, South Loop had a great read on it. Reif stepped away, and she made the right decision. That one sailed just a little bit long.
I think somebody kicked on the air conditioner just at the last second, got that last whiff to get it just past the line.
Charlie Pandorf with the serve. Played in the back row by Jenna Bartok. Back set for Rhiannon Myers, trying to take it down the line, but it goes into the net. And the point goes to South Loop, as the Bobcats will serve for the opportunity to tie it up here in the opening set. Pandorf with the serve. Played right on the back line by Jenna Bartok. Now Riley Myers with the attack. It's good. Riley Myers with the kill. And AM goes back up by 2.
And she likes that left side. That's her strong side. We've seen that on both sides of the net when they were playing on this side of the net earlier.
Now Rhiannon Myers to the service line. That's off hands. It'll find the floor. That's an ace. And we have seen Rhiannon be very strong from the service line tonight for Anselmo-Merna, even going back to the previous match. Myers ready. That one just clears the net. Dug out by Burkle, but the pass into the net. South Loop not able to handle it. Another ace. AM leads by 4, and that'll cause a timeout for South Loop. You're listening to High School Volleyball on KBBN Radio.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season, and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Your friends at Kling Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. Reach them at 872-6810. Kling Financial, downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Out of the timeout, Anselmo-Merna with the serve, leading now 13-9 here in the opening set. Rhiannon Myers puts it in play, handled by Burkle. Good pass. Hagler will set the outside for Starr. Big swing. Asa Starr takes it down the line. And South Loop is to within 3.
And if you're a Lady Bearcat fan, that's what you want to see out of a timeout. Come out and get that point, get a good attack, and stop that momentum on the other side. Start getting your momentum rolling.
On the rotation, Nashe Heidel will come back into the match, play the front row, as Stahlbomber goes back to serve for the Bobcats, puts it in play, and that will be an ace. Another South Loop ace serve, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold.
Boy, every time you think one of these two teams is going to take charge, the other one comes storming back.
Stahlbomber gives it a spin and a toss, sends it away, but it goes long and out. Service error, point to Anselmo-Merna. AM 14, South Loop 11. We play in the opening set of our final match of the night. Lily Thornton with the serve. Burkle on the receive. They'll bump it up over toward Heidel, who gets a swing. Played in the back row by Rhiannon Myers. Tipped over by Thornton. It finds the floor, and Anselmo-Merna goes up by 4.
Great vision from Lily Thornton. She's been setting for a long time for this Anselmo-Merna team, and she saw that back row right was open.
Thornton with the serve. Picked up by Stahlbomber this time. Overpass, and nobody was able to pick it up for Anselmo-Merna. The return comes on one hit, and South Loop gets the point.
And again, you can kind of tell it's early in the season, looking for people to kind of take charge on certain plays like that.
The libero, Kyra Schmidt, back into the match now for AM to play the back row. They serve the middle of the back line. Jenna Bartok handles. Now Riley Myers with the attack. It goes wide and out. Point South Loop, and the Bobcats are to within 2. Hagler with the serve. Again, they serve Bartok. Pass toward the front. Kept alive by Thornton. Returned by Riley Myers. Stahlbomber keeps it alive. South Loop scrambling, but they will not be able to return.
Pinball machined around a little bit that time, but couldn't quite get it over on 3.
Now Riley Myers to the service line for Anselmo-Merna, who leads in this opening set 16-13. Pass toward the net. Played by Hagler. Now Burkle with a swing. Punched up in the air at the net, trying to tip it over Mallory Bartok, but it goes into the net. Point goes to South Loop. South Loop with the serve, but trailing by 2 here in this opening set. Asa Starr will send it on its way. Handled by Jenna Bartok. Bumped up by Thornton to Mallory Bartok, who sends it across. The setup middle for Heidel, trying to redirect it, but it hangs on the top of the tape and would not go over the net.
On her redirection, she took a little something off of it, and it just didn't have enough to climb.
Rhiannon Myers back into the match. Mallory Bartok will come out. At the service line, the Anselmo-Merna libero, Kyra Schmidt. Kyra sends it across, dug out by Pandorf. They'll bump it up towards Starr, who has to send it across from the back line. Now it's Rhiannon Myers with the swing, blocked back by Heidel, and then on the overpass. Oh, wait a minute, a whistle, and they've got South Loop in the net.
That was on her follow-through, Heidel's follow-through.
So on the net violation, the point will go to Anselmo-Merna. AM with the serve, leading now 18-14 here in the first. Schmidt sends it across, handled by Pandorf. They'll set the outside for Charlie, and that goes into the block, sent back by AM. Coyotes get the point, and now they lead 19-14 in the first. Schmidt with the serve. Shank pass, covered by Starr, returned by Hagler on the third. Thornton will set the outside now for Jenna Bartok. Played in the back row by Stahlbomber, returned on one hit. Thornton will set it up middle this time for Rhiannon Myers, reaches back, sends it across. Now Heidel coming back the other way. A floater dug out, kept alive by Thornton. Now Bartok is there to send it across. Free ball South Loop. Hagler sets up Burkle, reaches back, sends it across. Here's Thornton sending it back on the second, and she puts it on the back line for the point.
How appropriate that Lily Thornton got that point for Anselmo-Merna, because it was her diving save that kept that rally alive.
Timeout on the court. AM leads in the opening set, 20-14.
We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects in underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can't get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. Jack Simpson with us behind the camera. We're live on KBBN Radio and live with our video stream as well through sandhillsexpress.com. Opening set of our final match. AM with the serve. They lead 20-14. Serve handled by South Loop. Heidel with the return. Punched up in the air by the libero Schmidt, but it went up into the rafters. It came down hard. Nobody could play it after that. And the point goes to South Loop coming out of the timeout.
much needed point for the Lady Bobcats.
Now Nashe Heidel at the service line. The jump serve on its way. Returned on one hit. Stahlbomber there to send it back. It hangs in the rafters, and Anselmo-Merna will not be able to return.
Lily Thornton was hoping to play that one, but it landed on the wrong side.
South Loop with the serve, now to within 4. Heidel, the jump serve. Boy, a beauty. Dug out, returned on one hit, and South Loop just wasn't ready, I don't think, for the return. Give credit to the libero, Schmidt. She dug it out, returned it on one hit, and found the opening.
And that's the thing we were talking about here a little bit ago. That's, as the season progresses, the communication on that will get better.
Served by Kenzie Russell. Set up for Burkle. Sends it over the net off the right hand of Rhiannon Myers. It'll go to the floor, and the point goes to South Loop. Anselmo-Merna 21, South Loop 17. We're in the opening set of our final match of the night. Mullen won the 2 previous matches. Served by Burkle. Picked up by Russell. Pass to the front. Thornton sets the outside for Rhiannon Myers, who tips it down the line, finds the opening, and now AM is 3 points away from the set.
Did a great job of just using those fingertips on the right hand to direct that one and just softly put it down there.
Jenna Bartok back to the service line for AM, and that goes into the net. A break for South Loop on the service error. We'll see if they can take advantage. They're down by 4 as Charlie Pandorf will go to the service line for the Bobcats. Pandorf ready, puts it in play. That'll be an ace. Another South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold.
Big point right here. South Loop can draw within 2.
Pandorf ready, gives it a spin and a toss, and that is going to be kept alive by Rhiannon Myers. Returned by Kyra Schmidt, and it finds the donut to give Anselmo-Merna their 23rd point of the set.
Great hustle by Rhiannon Myers to get to that. I wasn't sure she was going to, Brent. And then Kyra Schmidt put it right where it had to be.
Now Rhiannon to the service line, puts it in play. Handling it, Hagler. Starr sends it across, free ball, AM. Thornton will set it middle for Mallory Bartok. Tips it over the block, chasing after it South Loop. They'll get it sent back on the 3rd. Rhiannon Myers will pass to the front. Thornton sets the outside. Riley Myers with the attack, played by Nelcha Reif in the back row, who's back into the match now for South Loop. Sent back by Stahlbomber. AM with it on their side. They'll set the outside for Riley Myers, who puts it into the net. Point, South Loop.
Nelcha Reif had a really good adjustment off a touch by her teammate. And when it went up in the air, she stopped, turned around to where she needed to be and made that play, kept that volley alive.
On the rotation, Heidel back in, Reif out, and a timeout taken by Anselmo-Merna. We're in the opening set, AM 23, South Loop 20.
Competition and beyond, Agland ATV is proud to bring you this broadcast. From durable ATVs to UTVs and parts, Agland ATV in Broken Bow offers the quality and service local athletes and families trust. Whether you're hitting the trails or working hard on the farm with your Polaris machine, they have what you need to do it right. Agland ATV is proud to support this broadcast of high school sports, and they hope to see you soon.
And we come back to Arnold High School. Got to take a moment, since we have a chance, and just say thanks to the generosity and kindness that is shown to us no matter where we go to cover high school sports in this area. Joel Morgan, superintendent of Arnold Schools, brought us out all kinds of food when we arrived here tonight. And so we really appreciate that. We're treated so well by our area schools, and we appreciate each and every one of them.
Yeah, and both you and I got treated during the weather delays on Friday night. You in Broken Bow, Coach Garner and I up at Anselmo-Merna.
Out of the timeout, South Loop with the serve. Stahlbomber puts it in play. Lily Thornton back set for Riley Myers, off hands, played by Pandorf. Set up outside for Asa Starr, blocked back, kept alive by Burkle. This one bumped up in the air, middle attack, Heidel, and that's good! Nashe Heidel with the kill. And South Loup is to within 2.
They will not go away. And that's one thing I think that's really different about this team from a year ago. They've grown in this manner in the fact that they are fighting all the way through these sets, and they're going to be improving as the whole year goes by.
Stahlbomber with the serve. That one sails long and out. Oh, that's a big miss on the serve because now it gives Anselmo-Merna an opportunity to serve for the set. Set point AM at 24-21. Lily Thornton will try to close it out. Sends it on its way. Pandorf on the receive. They'll bump set it for Heidel on the left pin. The swing handled in the back row by Jenna Bartok. Set up for Rhiannon Myers out of the back row. Catches the net. Returned by Heidel. Punched up in the air by Myers. Set up Riley Myers on the outside. That will get down. And the opening set will go to Anselmo-Merna by a score of 25-21. Good opening set. AM able to win it 25-21 the score. We're back for set number 2 after these words on KBBN Radio.
Top quality collision and paint services from their shop on the curve west of Broken Bow. Whether it's auto glass repair, dent and ding removal, or full collision restoration, their licensed and certified team offers free estimates, affordable pricing, and a lifetime paint warranty that you can trust. With decades of experience under their belt, they stand behind their work and their promise of satisfaction. Call 308-872-5346 today and talk to Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See Brent Custer in Broken Bow and find out why so many of their clients would recommend shelter.
Broken Bow Dental is proud to cheer on the area student athletes. At their location on Highway 2 in Broken Bow, their state-of-the-art clinic blends cutting-edge dental care with a warm, personalized approach. Because a confident smile supports success in and out of the game. From routine family dentistry to emergency treatment, they have you covered. Call 308-767-2002 to schedule an appointment at Broken Bow Dental. Be brilliant. Be bold.
Now we come back to Arnold High School. Again, Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner with you behind the mic on KBBN Radio. Jack Simpson with us behind the cameras. We bring you our live video stream on SandhillsExpress.com. Start of the second set. South Loup opens with the serve. Hagler will get us started. Played in the back row by Kenzie Russell. Now the attack from Riley Myers through the block, but dug in the back row by Stahlbomber. Starr coming back the other way for South Loup, but sends it into the net. And the point goes to Anselmo-Merna. Just underway, second set. AM takes the opening point. Anselmo-Merna won the opening set, 25-21. Thornton with the serve. Pandorf on the receive. The bump set to the outside for Burkle. That's into the net. Anselmo-Merna takes the first 2 points of set number 2. Again, this is our final match of the night. Mullen won the first 2 matches. They defeated South Loup in straight sets, won 2-1 over AM. Served by Thornton. That one kept alive by Hagler, returned by Heidel on the third. Thornton off the pass, sends it over on 2, played by Hagler. Now Pandorf back to Hagler, who sends it over. Thornton sets it up middle for Mallory Bartok, kept alive by Pandorf. South Loup scrambles again, gets it sent back on the third, and that time it'll find the floor.
Give a lot of credit there. A lot of different plays on that for South Loup. But initially, when that goes up into the rafters and it hits straight on that bar and comes right down, Ray Hagler did a great job of keeping that one alive.
Asa Starr at the service line now. Thornton will set it up for Riley Myers hitting out of the back row. Pandorf there to receive it. Now South Loup just not able to handle the pass. It'll fall on their side, and the point goes to AM, who leads 3-1 here in the second.
And Riley Myers, it looks like, going to slide over to the right side to serve most of the night from the left.
Riley puts it in place. Stahlbomber on the receive. They'll bump set it for Heidel, who gets the swing, takes it off the right hand of Mallory Bartok for the kill. Now Heidel to the service line. Nashe trying to tie things up here in this second set. The jump serve on the way into the net. Service error. AM goes up 4-2 here in the second. Anselmo-Merna libero Kyra Schmidt back into the match. She'll go to the service line with her team leading 4-2. Early moments of set number 2. That one just got over the net. Nice save by Hagler, but nobody could take it after that. It'll end up being an ace, and Anselmo-Merna leads 5-2 in the first.
Big serve right here, and a chance for Anselmo-Merna to establish some big momentum.
Schmidt with the serve. The setup for Stahlbomber this time. Big swing. Saved, though, and punched up in the air by Tenley Potter. Returned by Anselmo-Merna. They'll set up Stahlbomber again in the middle. Another big swing, and this time it's a kill for Emma Stahlbomber.
Also an important serve that time, or point for South Loup, because that gets them right back into it. I guess that momentum switched over to their side.
Now Aubrey Burkle to the service line. Burkle will put it in play. Bumping it up, Thornton. Rhiannon Myers, the roll shot across. Returned by Reif on one hit. Overpass, Jenna Bartok takes advantage and puts it to the floor.
Tell you what, the freshman is impressed tonight. We've seen her do some good stuff at the service line, but she recognized that, played that with instinct.
Anselmo-Merna with the serve, leading 6-2. Kenzie Russell will put it in play. Reif on the receive. Now Stahlbomber, middle attack. And that is going to be kept alive for a moment by Thornton, but it ends up going to the back wall of the gym, and the point will go to South Loup.
And now the Lady Bobcats have a chance to cut into the lead, and Charlie Pandorf has been pretty good at the service line so far tonight.
Pandorf ready with the serve, sends it across. Pass to the front, set up Rhiannon Myers. Big swing. Was there a touch? They're going to call it out. No touch. Oh, wait a minute. They're looking at the line judge.
Yeah.
The line judge had a touch.
Yeah, she called it immediately over here.
So a touch on South Loup. Point goes to Anselmo-Merna. They lead 7-4 in the second set. AM leading 1-0. Again, this is the best 2 out of 3 sets tonight in the triangular format, as that serve by Jenna Bartok sails long and out. Point South Loup, and the Bobcats are back to within 2. Emma Stahlbomber to the service line. On the rotation, Nashe Heidel back into the match to play the front for South Loup. Stahlbomber with the serve, sends it across. Thornton bump sets it for Rhiannon Myers. The swing, and there's a touch in the back row. It goes off the hand of Stahlbomber. Point Anselmo-Merna.
Yeah, and that was kind of a choice for Emma on whether she was going to attack that or not. It was going to be close to the black line if she doesn't go after that one.
Rhiannon Myers, the serve into the net. Service error. Point South Loup. Ray Hagler to the service line now, the sophomore ready. Hagler, the jump serve. Thornton off the pass, sets the outside for Mallory Bartok, trying to go cross court, played by Starr. Now Starr off the return set, punched up in the air by Rhiannon Myers. Back the other way, Riley Myers, and that'll be kept alive by Charlie Pandorf. Returned by Starr on the third. Free ball AM. Thornton sets the middle this time. Mallory Bartok, the redirect, finds the floor.
Did a great job of recognizing that the block from Heidel and Starr was up there, and then just redirected it off to the left into the donut hole.
AM with the serve, leading 9-6 in the second. They lead 1-0. Lily Thornton with the serve. Pass to Hagler, bump set for Heidel. The swing off the hands of Bartok for the kill. South Loup with the serve, down by 2. Asa Starr to the service line. The junior puts it in play. Thornton, quick set over, sent back by Heidel. At the net, kept alive by Mallory Bartok, returned by Thornton. Hagler sets it up outside. Pandorf, the swing into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna.
And again, going low to come up with a defensive play. Keeps that alive for Anselmo-Merna.
Riley Myers to the service line. Riley, big serve, and that's an ace. Anselmo-Merna by 4 here in the second. Riley ready again. Serve on its way. Picked up by Stahlbomber. At the net. Joust won by Mallory Bartok of Anselmo-Merna. And the Coyotes now stretching out their lead as South Loup will go to the bench.
See how big her eyes got when that was coming. She saw that one quite a ways away. And the thing is, sometimes you get a little too anxious and misplay it, but she played it perfectly.
Stump will come in for Emma Stahlbomber, play the back row, and well, they kind of serve at her direction, but Stump was able to read it, stepped away from it. The serve was long and out. Service error. And now Stahlbomber's going to come right back into the match. Nashe Heidel at the service line for South Loup. Heidel the serve. Bumping it up, Jenna Bartok sending it across Thornton. Heidel plays it in the back row. Pass to Hagler, who sets up Stahlbomber in the middle. Big swing. Stahlbomber with the kill.
Great job by the 6-foot sophomore to go up high, go a little off balance, and still bring it down with a lot of authority.
Heidel ready to serve again. Her team down by 3 here in the second set. That one sails long and out. Service error. Point Anselmo-Merna as they go back up by 4. Again, we're in the second set of our final match of the night. Anselmo-Merna won the opening set, 25-21. Kyra Schmidt, the AM libero, sends it across from the service line. Hagler sets the outside for Stahlbomber, hits it into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna. Well, now you feel this is a critical part of the match for South Loup as they try to hang in there. They got to win this set to extend the match, but now they trail by 5. Schmidt sends it across. Reif on the receive. Set up Stahlbomber, sets it over the block and finds the floor.
And that's the answer they needed to get right back into this.
Aubrey Burkle to the service line for South Loup. Burkle sends it to the back line. Pass to the front. Thornton sets up Rhiannon Myers. Big swing handled by Reif, but then it comes down hard off the ceiling. South Loup not able to play it after that, and the point will go to AM. At the service line for the Coyotes, Kenzie Russell. Russell sends it across. Hagler tried to tip it over on the second hit, but it goes into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna, and now the Coyotes have a 6-point advantage here in set number 2. Russell ready from the service line. Picked up by Burkle. Hagler off the pass, bumps it up toward the net. Nobody able to play it after that. And South Loup, I believe, is going to have to call timeout. They do. Anselmo-Merna leads 1-0. They lead 17-10 in the second.
Central Nebraska Diesel is your local Renke Gold Prime dealer. What does this mean for you? It means Central Nebraska Diesel is an elite Renke dealer, recognized by Renke for offering unmatched service, support, and professionalism in the irrigation industry. Contact Central Nebraska Diesel for the dependability and superior engineering of Renke, matched with gold-level service and support. Central Nebraska Diesel and Renke are your irrigation experts.
And we come back to Arnold High School, side of the South Loup Triangular, final match of the night. If you're just tuning in, Mullen won the opening 2 matches tonight, winning over South Loup in straight sets. They won 2-1 over Anselmo-Merna, had to come back from a set down. They tied the match, winning the second set and then won in the third, 25-16. Anselmo-Merna leading 1-0. They lead 17-10 in the second set as we come back after the timeout. Russell with the serve, picked up by Wright, tipped over by Hagler. Oh, but it was out. Just missed the line.
Good effort. She was able to watch it, tried to get it over. It looked like it might be good, but it just continued to take her momentum off to the out-of-bounds mark.
Russell at the service line, sends it across, dug out by Reif. They'll bump it up for Stahlbomber, who gets the swing, and Emma Stahlbomber with another kill here in this final match of the night.
Yeah, she didn't get all of that, and that actually worked for her.
To the service line for South Loop is Charlie Pandorf. Pandorf sends it long and out. Service error, point AM. Well, as Larry mentioned earlier in the night, Thursday will be in Merna for another volleyball triangular, and Anselmo-Merna will host Ansley Litchfield and Twin Loop. Matches start at 5 o'clock, all of them on KBBN and Sandhills Express Video. Here's an ace serve from Anselmo-Merna. South Loop not able to return. And now AM closing in on the match, leading 20-11 here in set number 2.
You almost feel like South Loop's got to get this point. Down by 9.
Jenna Bartok, the serve, return, sent back by Riley Myers. Now they set up Stahlbomber, reaches back, gets a swing, but puts it into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna. Jenna Bartok at the service line. The freshman sends it across. Picked up by Reif. Pass up toward the net. Joust put down by Rhiannon Myers.
Great job of reaching across on that joust. She really didn't have the advantage, but she went up high and hit it strong.
Another timeout on the court. We will keep it right here. Again, we want to say thanks to all of the great businesses who are sponsoring our coverage of high school volleyball here tonight. And we say thanks to Consolidated Prairie Eye Care Center, also Ferreter Auto Parts, Norder Supply, Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, South Loop Community Pharmacy, Agribest Feeds, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Christian Electric, sponsoring our radio coverage of this final match. All of our radio coverage of all matches tonight brought to you in part by Meade Lumber, Justin Thompson Agency, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Duda Plumbing, Custer Federal State Bank, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, Trotter Service, High Street Insurance and Financial Services, Aeroseed, Nebraska State Bank, also Melham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Agland ATV, and others that we'll touch on in a moment. Here's the serve right to us, and thank you. Good hand shown by Brent Apperson making the catch.
Multitasking.
Yeah, thank you.
Talking about the play, talking about sponsors, catching the volleyball.
Point Anselmo-Merna, and AM is 2 away from the match. Jenna Bartok with the serve, picked up by Burkle. They'll bump it up towards Stahlbomber, and there to reject it was Rhiannon Myers, but we might get a violation, yeah. Rhiannon was over the top of the net as that ball was coming her way, and she gets whistled for the violation. So point will go to South Loop, and we'll play on here in the second set.
Well, yeah, they need to they give the point to the wrong way. Should be 23-12, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And they did give AM the point at first, but Myers might have been better off just leaving that one alone because I wasn't sure it was going to clear the net.
Now they correct it. 23-12 is the score. And Anselmo-Merna out of system, not able to return. It'll end up being an ace. South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. Emma Stahlbomber picked up the ace. Now she's ready again from the service line. Emma puts it in play, and that'll be another ace. Another South Loop ace serve brought to you by the Pinnacle Bank of Arnold.
Well, it's never over until it's over. Someone said one time, and many times after.
Stahlbomber ready. The serve in play. That's another ace. Pinnacle Bank of Arnold getting their money's worth here. South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold. We'll see if Stahlbomber can provide another one. Emma gives it a spin and a toss, sends it across, scrambling AM. They will not be able to return. Another South Loop ace serve brought to you by Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, and a timeout, Anselmo-Merna. This is what's great about the sport of volleyball. There is no clock. You can't run out of time. You never know what might happen. Timeout taken by Anselmo-Merna, and that will give us an opportunity to finish thanking our sponsors of tonight's broadcast. We were thanking our radio sponsors. The rest of them include Rod's Body and Paint, Shelter Insurance, Broken Bow Dental, and Central Nebraska Diesel. We've also been live with our video stream tonight, brought to you by Insurance of the Heartland, Colligan of Broken Bow, Callaway District Hospital, Meade Lumber, Grocery Cart, Nebraska State Bank, BD, Power Solutions, Anselmo-Merna Boosters, Govier Brothers Mortuary, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, and Arnold Insurance Agency. All right, teams back out after the timeout. At the service line, Emma Stahlbaumer. Her serve has been tough to pick up. AM able to pick this one up, though. Thornton will set middle for Rhiannon Myers off hands. Kept alive by Stahlbaumer. South Loop will chase and send it back on the third. Thornton tips it across. Played by Burkle. Set up middle. Heidel to swing into the net. Point Anselmo-Merna. And now it is set and match point for the Lady Coyotes. Rhiannon Myers will be at the service line, trying to close out the match. Here it is. And that is going to be kept alive. Sent back on the third by South Loop. Thornton sets the outside. Riley Myers trying to finish the match, and she does or doesn't.
Oh, I think it was
out. Is it in or out?
I think it was out.
Oh, they're going to call a touch. A touch is called, point Anselmo-Merna, and that is the match. Boy, that was a tough final point to call. You just really didn't know who was going to win it. But they call a touch. The point goes to AM, and Anselmo-Merna will win the match in straight sets. The scores go 25-21, 25-16 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. We'll take a short timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up from here in Arnold after these words.
Relaxation better than kicking your feet up on your newly constructed or resurfaced deck. Meade Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers high-quality TimberTech terrain decking. No matter the shape, size, or layout, it can be used to build it. Plus, the popular colors brown oak and silver maple are in stock in Broken Bow, ready to go home with you. If you don't have a deck but want one, they can help you plan your project as well. TimberTech terrain decking from Meade Lumber in Broken Bow, East Highway 2.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because the future can be unpredictable. But no matter what's in the forecast, we'll help you feel protected so you can enjoy the dreams you've worked hard for with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit Justin Thompson Agency or call 308-872-5252.
And we come back to wrap it up from here in Arnold High School. The South Loop Triangular has come to a close. And here's a recap of how everything went. Mullen goes undefeated tonight. They improved to 3-0 on the season with 2 wins this evening. Mullen opened the night by defeating South Loop in straight sets, 25-14, 25-20. Mullen took on Anselmo-Merna in match number 2. Mullen dropped the opening set, 25-18. They came back and tied the match, winning the second set, 25-23, and then they would come back and win it in the third, 25-16. So Mullen goes 2-0 on the night. They improved to 3-0 on the season. Our final match of the night, Anselmo-Merna against South Loop. AM able to pick up their second win of the season as they win in straight sets, 25-21, 25-16. For South Loop, these were their season openers. They hadn't played until tonight, and South Loop goes 0-2 tonight here at the South Loop Triangular as we bring Larry Kottner back in for his final thoughts. Well, listen, we're going to see these 3 teams down the road. All 3 play in the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. And if tonight is any indication, I think we're going to have a highly competitive conference from top to bottom, Larry.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself, that next month the MNAC will be going on. And, you know, I think there's a number of teams that really can compete for the title this year. Mullen, of course, came out the best here tonight. And Anselmo-Merna's probably going to get stronger once they get Shaylee Coleman back and into the groove of things. South Loop, I look for them to improve as the season goes. They're a much improved team from a year ago. Yes, they came out 0-2 tonight, but they really battled hard, and we saw some really good things from South Loup tonight. So they go on. They take on Highline later this week. See if they can come up with a win in that match, maybe, and get really some good momentum going for them. And as far as that goes, of course, we'll see Anselmo-Merna on Thursday night with the triangular, and then Mullen, I believe, plays Hay Springs later in the week. So all these teams have an opportunity to build some momentum.
Yeah, more volleyball on the air for you on Central Nebraska Sports Source on Thursday when we will be in Myrna. Anselmo-Merna hosting Ansley Litchfield and Twin Loup for their annual triangular. We'll have all three matches for you on KBBN Radio and also with our live video stream as well coming up on Thursday. Until then, for all the sponsors that made the broadcast possible, for Larry Kottner, for our video engineer, Mr. Jack Simpson, I'm Brent Apperson. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to our coverage of high school sports. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Also, a special word of thanks goes out to our sponsors who make our coverage possible. You too can thank those businesses by allowing them to be a service to you. Join us again next time for our continuing coverage of high school sports. In the meantime, read more on SandhillsExpress.com from Central Nebraska's Sports Source. If we're not rocking, then we're not working. From classic rock to Americana, 95.3 KBBN.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks, double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on?